The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
Ah!
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pig! Stop! Damn it!
be a friend, tell a friend something nice, could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this beautiful Trenches Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. This program starts right now.
Football
is happening. Massive news broke this morning about the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback who was given the biggest guaranteed contract in the history of the NFL. He will be down for the rest of the year as Deshaun Watson will be having surgery on a broken bone in his shoulder that happened in the first quarter of a game in which he went 14 of 14 in the second half of and came back and got a huge win over the Baltimore Ravens. He is now out. We will be talking to the man that broke the news, Adam Schefter, in about 10 minutes or so. I can't wait to dive in to see how we got here.
Yeah.
This is something that none of us could have fathomed, especially when the 230 was given to Deshaun whenever he got to Cleveland. He's only 12 games into this entire thing. I think he's making $7 million a game at this point. Has not, I mean, it is wild. I don't know how the Browns view it. I don't know how the Browns fans view it, but hopefully Deshaun will get healthy. He'll be back next year.
That's right.
And I'm sure there won't be another round of rust that he'll have to get off and have to get better and everything. This is not going how they planned, but health is one thing. We'll see how serious it all is when Schefter joins us in 9 minutes. I'm not alone. I'm very lucky to be here with a great group of dudes, stallions, lads, if you will. The Toxic Table, Boston Connor and Ty Schmidt. Con Man.
Yeah.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah. This is an old one. This
is before every day.
It's the one. Yeah, circa 2020, perhaps I would say. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. Long sleeve.
This is a way back Wednesday.
Yeah, way back Wednesday. There you go. You took the words right out of my mouth. With Watt coming on too. Are you kidding me? Way back Wednesday with Watt, but
way back Wednesday.
Wide gold teeth. You know. Just figured, bring in the gold, kind of like a grill.
You need to brush your teeth.
Well, it might be.
They look like Austin Powers, like a British, where they didn't believe in brushing their tooths.
Yeah, that stuff's gross, but I do believe this tiger might have nice hygiene. I think they're shiny gold teeth, not gold from drinking piss or anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yeah, happy they're not drinking piss, coffee, iced tea, or none of that. Ty, I can't wait to chit chat about college basketball later in the show. We got a couple guests coming on the third hour in the college basketball world that I think is going to be surprising.
Yeah.
I think it'll be surprising for a lot of people. Keep it as a surprise.
Yeah.
But basketball's happening, Ty. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is always the time in the college basketball season, too, where you get excited because you get big-time marquee matchups. Next week, Thanksgiving week, they always call it Feast Week. A lot more marquee
I like
matchups.
That name.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great. And then,
football should have had that a long time ago.
They should have. Yeah. They should have.
That's a good name.
But it was also weird, too, because, I was waiting last night, like, hey, when's the college football playoff show going to be coming on? And then it's like, oh, well, actually, they're kind of getting time constrained into having to do it in between tip-off of one game and the finish of another game. So, it's crazy, but, hey, a lot of good college basketball, a lot of good college football right now. College sports are, really heating up right now.
Hey, tank top wearing dumbass that hosts a show on ESPN every single day. Should have known that college football playoff release of the top 25 was not at 7 p.m.
I had no idea.
And I was going to watch college basketball.
I thought they were maybe taking a week off.
I was watching Kansas, Kentucky all of a sudden. I'm like, okay. I did not know this was taking place. Probably should have. They were calling it the State Farm
Champions Classic. Yeah.
Bonanza. Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was all. We had Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, Michigan State. Now, Michigan State gets their asses handed by James Madison in week one or whatever, in the first game. So they were ranked like 19th, but that was supposed to be all top 9 matchups to kind of launch into a big conversation. So I was pretty pumped watching it. Got some dogs out there on the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the college football playoff came. One half of the hammer, Dahn, Cowboys, Tone Diggs. Between that, big move at the top. Ohio State now 2-tone. Georgia, the reigning, defending, undisputed, back-to-back national champions. Shout out to Paul Heyman there. Is number 1, Ohio State's 2. They beat the hell out of Ole Miss. I mean, with all eyes on them, game day down there, obviously. This was the first test for Georgia since winning a national championship again in L.A. when they beat them by 55 points with the whole world watching. And Carson Beck delivered, they delivered, and the College Football Playoff Committee rewarded them by putting them up at 1. Ohio State's at 2. Michigan 3. Florida State still at 4. Even though Washington has had quite a run. Washington's the first one out of the College Football Playoff at this exact moment. Oregon's still the best one-loss team in the ranking, which makes sense. Dan Lanning has come out and said that people that think that I want to leave Oregon don't understand what Oregon has to offer for his family and for facilities and what the boosters get. Basically said, the reason why people want me to go coach other places is because we're doing good here. Yeah. And people that want me to leave here don't understand what we have here. He gave a really impassioned speech that said some people don't want to say this because they don't want to kind of look like idiots whenever they decide to leave. But, like, I'm talking, my team deserves to hear me say, like, I love this place. Yeah. So it feels like Oregon and Dan Lanning are really catching their stride. They are not a team anybody would want to face. But whenever they get down to the Final Four, Tone, it's going to be difficult. And these rankings do matter because these are setting the tone for whenever they do come here a few weeks from now.
Yeah, they 100% matter. And, you know, I saw a lot of upset Ohio State fans last night being like, what did they do wrong? It's not what about they did wrong, okay? Georgia just kind of, you know, the score seemed a little closer than I think it was against Mizzou, and then they just put it on Ole Miss, who was number 9 and number 13 there. And Ohio State, you know, their big wins, Penn State, Notre Dame, are they looking that great anymore?
Yeah, those wins have certainly changed, but Ohio State has looked better.
Yeah,
so It's not really their fault either as it's gone in there. But it's never a what did we do wrong. Every week is America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Every week you have a chance to put on a show. Florida State's going to have to, I think in the end, they're going to have to do some stuff because you got a lot of people going, how's Florida State in there over Washington? Because the ACC, nowhere near as powerful as the Pac-12. But I think it's all an eye test. It was awesome. But that's the only reason why I knew college basketball was happening last night. Should have known that. Great games, college football playoff, another great game. Excited to talk college basketball in the third hour. Excited to get back to NFL football, too, because there's big news coming out of it. Not only do we have 9-year NFL vet hosting a Man-to-Man podcast and everything DB yesterday, which was flawless. He also hosts a matchup, NFL matchup.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Which on ESPN Ocho, Nuente,
Classic.
ESPN News.
ESPN News, ESPNU, ESPN Plus.
Right.
Great show with Sal Powell and
Greg Cosell.
The
Bingo.
best.
Ladies
Boom.
and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler.
Also ESPN and ESPN too.
That's awesome.
At 3 a.m.
We see it. I become like a little bit of a night owl, just so I could watch this matchup program, just so I could continue to watch you do your thing. You're fantastic at it. You're not the only NFL vet that's here, obviously. Nope. We have a bald-headed man who was once 320 pounds, now 240 pounds. Ugh. He certainly looks better and more healthy, but a lot of people say he looks weaker. That can't be true, though, because he signs up to do a fight camp in the basement of a billionaire in Arizona every single week, even though doctors have told him that he could potentially be paralyzed if he takes a bump wrong. He's stupid, but he's smart at football. Ladies and gentlemen, Penn State's own Super Bowl champion, A.Q. Shipley.
What's up, guys? Let's go.
Hey, good to see you. Mustache looks fantastic. The body continuing to come together. I know you've been fighting over there. Big storyline for you coming out of this Week 10 is?
Week 10 is the San Francisco 49ers are not dead.
Okay, so Trent Williams is back. That's a big deal, I think. I actually made the pick of that game. I said, if Trent Williams is playing, I'm on the Niners. If he's not playing, I'm on the Jags. I think it's a whole different team whenever that guy's playing, not only leading them on the field, but when he's on the field. Is that what you're seeing as well, as a big guy talking about the trenches?
I say this all the time. One person matters, not only on the offensive line, everywhere. And the biggest thing that matters most is when the best offensive lineman in the NFL comes back. And he made a huge difference. I mean, I got a great play later. I got a great play.
Trent Williams doing his thing?
I mean, Trent's always doing his thing. So if it's a play with the Niners, it involves Trent.
Okay, well, we can't wait to dive into that. We appreciate you joining us. We'll have Adam Schefter joining us in about a minute. Actually, he just joined us, which is perfect news. This morning, we were working out in the Hawk House.
Yep.
Having a good old time, chit-chatting about life, talking, college basketball happened. College football playoff happened. Oh, Thursday Night Football got a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Those conversations are happening, and then all of a sudden, Gumpy goes, pals, Deshaun Watson out for the rest of the year. We go, excuse me? That makes no sense at all. Yeah, he's getting surgery, broken bone in his shoulder. It's like, what happened in the second half? Did this happen after the game? Did he get into a car crash? What happened to his? He said, no, it happened in the first quarter, actually. He had it. It's like, damn, he played his best football in the second half. We saw Deshaun Watson that we had been hoping for since he got out of Houston, and he was a top 5 player. Now, all of a sudden, he's out for the year. Cleveland Browns fans got to be thinking, of course. Joining us now is the guy that broke the news, senior NFL insider for ESPN, friend of the program, Michigan man. Got to remember that.
That's right.
Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
How you doing, Shefty?
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Well, I just kind of explained what was going on this morning.
Yes.
You changed the entire vibe of our entire workout and our entire building. I want to let you know that with one tweet. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson wanted to go season-ending surgery on a broken bone in his throwing shoulder. This led to so many conversations like, wow, what, how, when? He was just playing his best ball. Did the Browns think that this was potentially coming? How long ago did they know that they could be without Deshaun Watson after winning the game in the fashion that they did on Sunday?
Well, what happened was he hurt the shoulder in the second quarter, and he stayed in the game. So he played the rest of the game, 2.5 quarters, with a fractured shoulder and a high ankle sprain. And then after the game, they ran some tests. And it was very interesting because Monday and Tuesday, there was a lot of silence. And when there's a lot of silence, when you're calling people and they're not returning calls, you get the sense that something is amiss. And obviously the news came down after he had tests and doctors were able to review the scans. It was very clear he needs surgery on that shoulder. Otherwise, he would have risked doing a lot more damage to it. So he's having the season-ending surgery. The Browns general manager, Andrew Berry, said before that Deshaun Watson was willing and able to try to play through it, but doctors said you just can't do that right now. Oh. And so he's going to have the surgery. They're figuring out when to do it. He'll be back for the start of next season, but he's gone for this season. And again, he played the remainder of that game, 2.5 quarters, completed 14 of 14 passes in the second half. With a shoulder injury that now needs surgery.
It was the best football we've seen him play too since everything pretty much. It was old school Deshaun Watson. He was running, he was throwing, he was all the way back. I assume Cleveland Browns fans were like, "Yup, here we go. Now we go." Especially with that defense. This not coming out till Wednesday. Tells me numerous tests. Monday, bunch of test scans. Then we did follow up, second opinion, third opinion, and everybody had all the doctors basically said, "Yeah, got to get surgery here."
That's basically the deal. And essentially they all were in agreement. And the Browns obviously wanted to wait till this morning. I'm sure they probably wanted to tell the team, assemble them this morning and give everybody the news before it came out. And so that's the situation. And now they move forward without him. And, you feel bad for the city because the Browns are 6-3. They're making a run for the playoffs. It's the first time we may see 4 teams from one division all make the playoffs. Cleveland was compelling. Had a legitimate chance to go far. Not that it can't go far now. It can, because the strength of this team is its defense, but it's not the same when you don't have your starting quarterback who you paid all that money to and gave you the best chance to win. And, with Cleveland, it's just like you can't have nice things because just when they're rolling along, this happens.
Hey, they got that Jack's Casino downtown. That place real nice. 3 stories, has a lot of winners out there. They got that beautiful view of the lake. There's a lot of nice stuff in Cleveland. But the Browns have not returned the favor to the city because of bad luck and misfortune. This feels like another page in that very long book for the Cleveland Browns. Now what's next? Darius has a question for you, Shefty.
Yeah. I saw another report come out that it's going to be DTR. It's going to be starting quarterback and not P.J. Walker. Is that true, number one, and why is that, if that's the case?
It's tracking that way, and Kevin Stefanski is going to talk to the media at 1 o'clock today. I think that's the plan. Now, whether they actually go through or not, we'll see, but I think it's going to wind up being Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and the reason is because he has been the backup for much of the season. And the last time he started in that game when Deshaun went through pregame warmups, hoping and thinking that he was going to play, only to find out about 90 minutes before the game that he wasn't going to be able to go, they didn't have the time and the energy to kind of train Dorian Thompson-Robinson, get him ready for that game the way they would like. They know this news in advance. So they now get the full week to prep him, a rookie quarterback. And I think we've seen P.J. Walker come in and do a nice job. There have been some turnovers there. Yep. And I think that they feel like the ceiling with Dorian Thompson-Robinson is higher. When he played this summer, he was very impressive. Yeah. Very impressive. He came out in that one start, though, and looked lost. But again, it was like a week without practice as a starting quarterback. It's a tough spot to put a rookie in. And I think they think that by him going through the whole week of practice, assuming it goes well, taking the reps with the one, that he would be able to start and give them a better chance to win.
Okay. Well, that also leads to this question from Ty.
Yeah, Shefty, although he didn't play great last week, it looks like it's Will Levis's job in Tennessee. Is there any chance that a guy like Tannehill, who probably knows that he's not going to be the quarterback in Tennessee moving forward, maybe like asks for his release and sees a situation like this and potentially goes and signs with the Browns for kind of the stretch run here?
Or any other vets that are available.
Right.
Yeah. Well, here's the issue there. Now, first and foremost, the Browns general manager, Andrew Berry, made it very clear this morning that they are focused on the two guys on their roster, which is Dorian Thompson-Robinson and P.J. Walker. They're going to add a third quarterback, but it sounds like it's like a practice squad addition. Now, that doesn't mean that there couldn't be another scenario. They asked him about other quarterbacks and other rosters. The issue with that is Tannehill makes a lot of money. I think he had like $13.5 million left in his contract off the top of my head, a big number. And so any veteran quarterback would have to pass through waivers. You would think that they probably would go unclaimed because the teams might not be willing to take on that contract. And then he would be free. You have to learn the whole offense. You have to pay him. You have to figure it all out. It's a lot to get through. Andrew Berry did not make it sound like that's the way they were thinking this morning. And again, with a guy like Tannehill or any other guy, they'd have to go through the waiver process first. And then who knows if somebody might be willing to claim the guy just to prevent the Browns from getting him, because the Browns will be low on the waiver order with a 6-3 record.
Interesting. I didn't even think about that. That is certainly a little chess strategery that other people could play. You know who they had on that roster?
Who's that?
Josh Dobbs.
The Pastronaut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you could actually drop him in 1 week.
That's a shame.
And he could just learn
He's been pretty
the
good.
whole offense.
Yeah.
I want to go back to this something that's interesting, because the week before the trade deadline, there were questions about whether Deshaun was going to be able to play. And the Browns were discussing whether or not to go trade for another quarterback like, say, Jacoby Brissett. His name had been out there. And the issue that they felt at that time was that because they didn't know when Watson would be back, they felt it would be another week or two at the most. So they wouldn't be in a situation where it was worth trading for a guy, giving up a pick, and bringing him in for the remainder of the season at that point in time. But now we're past the trade deadline by a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So if the trade deadline were 2 weeks ago, now maybe you go make a move for a guy like Jacoby Brissett, who knows the offense, but we're not. So that's passed. So now you're leaning on the two guys on your roster.
Yeah, and I don't know how many picks they had to give up. I mean, remember the move they made to get Deshaun. And I hate to bring this up to Browns fans,
Sure.
$230 million, most guaranteed ever salary cap. You do what you got to do.
Of course.
And it's like signed, sealed, delivered for Deshaun's side, not like Cleveland's. Like, that is a very pro.
Yeah.
Mulligetta did his thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
in
he
his
did.
Mulligetta was in his bag whenever he did that particular contract. And shout out to, hey, way to go, Mulligetta.
Good work.
We appreciate you. But the Browns gave up a lot for this entire thing. So for it to go the way it's going, especially with how he looked on Sunday, that's highest of highs. Okay, we gave up all this to get a guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Now we have a chance to go on a run out for the rest of the season. It's a bummer. But I can't wait to see him back. Godspeed out there, pal.
It's a totally new injury, too. Like, that's the whole thing, is that he had played with the rotator cuff. He had played with the ankle. We knew that he aggravated the ankle on Sunday. The rotator cuff had been something that plagued him since week 3. So people hear the shoulder, they think it's connected, but it's totally opposite. It's a totally new injury that he sustained on Sunday in the second quarter that knocked him out. So, I mean, I have no idea if there's any connection or correlation between what he had and what he suffered, but it was a totally new injury.
Did I see those numbers right there?
Mm-hmm.
Big numbers.
Sheesh.
Buddy. New bone in his shoulder, though, for that 64 mil.
That's right.
He's going to have a little steel in there. All right, we saw on Sunday. Now he's going to have to restart the build back process, do that.
Tough.
So unlucky. Can't wait to see what they end up doing next. Let's move to a different subject because there's a little bit of news, I think. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Shefty Fields coming back to play for the Bears with the thumb injury that he sustained a few weeks ago. Is he playing for his job there? Like, is he trying to prove that he is the guy with the Bears, especially with them having 2 picks in the top 5 right now? Or is he safe? Are they definitely going to go with him next year?
No, he's not safe. When you have the 2 picks like that and they're positioned to be high picks, I think everybody knows that he has to prove something to them this year. And that's part of the reason they want to get him back on the field and see what he could do. And by the way, like either he's your quarterback or he's playing well, and maybe you're trading him somewhere else to a team that doesn't get one of these top quarterbacks in the draft. And so we'll see how they handle it. But clearly, yes, with all the draft capital that they have, there's a lot on the line for Justin Fields here.
Tone.
Shefty, the news of the week or after the weekend was not now Deshaun, but before that, Ken Dorsey getting fired as the OC of the Buffalo Bills. Was it strictly football? Because like their offensive numbers aren't terrible, you know, if you take out all the fumbles and the interceptions, which the OC does not control. Was it more than that? Like, was there relationship issues with the quarterback or team or anything like that? What is going on in Buffalo? Strictly besides, you know, just the on-the-field losses that have happened?
I think when you make a decision like that, there's a lot that goes into it. And I think that largely in this business, it's a results-oriented business. And that offense, what did we say on Monday? You asked me, Pat, you said to me, what are we going to see? I said, the Bills are off, right? Didn't I say that to you on Monday? Yeah. They have not looked the same. Yeah. And it wasn't like they went out Monday night and all of a sudden didn't play well, didn't look right. It's been that way all season long. Yeah. You just watch them. The offense isn't cohesive. It's not flowing the right way.
Something's up. Yeah.
It just doesn't look right. It hasn't looked right. And so that was a continuation of it. And yes, there were other mistakes. Believe me, it was not just the offense that night. There was the pass interference. There were the 12 men on the field. There were a lot of things. It's just looked off there. And so ultimately in the end, Sean McDermott makes the decision, and he says it was only his decision to fire Ken Dorsey yesterday. I mean, this league is unbelievable. Well, the drama that it produces on a daily basis keeps you and me and everybody in business because it's the greatest reality show going. So they make the decision to fire this offensive coordinator. Obviously, I think it's largely results driven. Are there other factors? Potentially, I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. But they're not getting the results they want. The offense hasn't looked right. And now they're making a change. And we'll see how it works out with Joe Brady calling the plays here.
So Dan Orlovsky admitted yesterday that he's no longer like what he once was. When he was a young buck, he would get on ESPN with a suit, have a little iPad there, do his thing, and say, this guy needs to be fired.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, this guy needs to be fired as well. Take his kids out of the school that they're in that city and send them to another one.
Sorry.
This guy needs to be fired. He said he used to do that. He is a changed man because he got a chance to meet one of the coaches face to face that he said that about, and he had a whole come to Jesus moment, I believe is what he said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to be a human that does that. We are just purely speculation. Okay, that's all we do. Observe and report. We're in the day-to-day. You talk about how the NFL keeps us in business. Amen. So with what's happened with the Bills and what's happening with the Bills and with where the rest of the AFC is, and I know that Brandon Beane has been very loyal to Sean McDermott and the other way around, you fire a coordinator, Leslie Frazier gone. Like, is the head coach, what happens? Like, Sean McDermott very comfortable as a Buffalo Bill head coach? Is that what we're thinking no matter what?
Here's what I would say to that. I think they changed their defensive coordinator in the offseason. They changed their offensive coordinator in season. If they don't get the results they want, I'm sure they're going to look at everybody here, right? Like at some point in time, there's no other people to get rid of. So it's just, to me, some basic common sense that Sean McDermott knows the pressure's on him, and he's got to put up with a team that a lot of people thought had Super Bowl capabilities, that hasn't performed the way that many people thought, that has struggled recently to regain the form that many people thought they'd have. And there's a lot of season left, and they've got time to rebound. But I think he knows the pressure's on. Everybody's watching them. Yeah. Everybody's watching them right now.
Yeah, the AFC East has become terrible to watch on TV, first of all. But then also, like, storylines everywhere. Bill Belichick, what? He's gone? McDermott, what's happening there?
Jets team players.
Players-only meetings. Yeah. Players-only meetings in New York. Like, it is. It's wild over there in the AFC East right now.
The AFC East, it is kind of interesting, right? Usually, we're not getting this kind of drama from all these teams in one division, but that's where. But, you know, look at the AFC North, right? We thought, as of about 8 a.m. this morning, all four teams would be going to the playoffs maybe. And I still think there's a decent chance, but that the probability of that now isn't as high. And with the Browns taking a hit, well, maybe that opens the door to a team like the Texans or the Jets. If the Jets can get it together and make it enticing for your friend to come back here in mid-December, that'd be great to see. So we'll just see. But the AFC North sending all those teams to play, it's not a lock anymore. And
Did
so
anybody
the
have a
drama goes
clue?
on.
Any of the players have a clue that they're maybe going to – because you said the team wanted to maybe tell the players before they told publicly, and we appreciate that. But, like, did players after that big-time win, the celebration, hey, we're having a good time. Love it. We just did this whole thing.
You know, I look, you guys have been in there. Like, you and AK, you know how this works. I think sometimes a player knows, okay, well, my shoulder's not right. I got to go get it checked out. But he's not expecting to get that news.
I don't think any the way that game went, I don't think anybody was just like, I don't know what the conversations were like afterwards in the locker room or not. Because with
in fact, I was reaching out this week about his ankle because again, he went out of the game. He took off one play, left the game briefly, came back for the ankle. Like, no idea that the shoulder was fractured in that game. And you knew that he had the lingering issue, of course, with the rotator, but this is a separate injury. So it's just one of those gut punches to the city of Cleveland, to the Browns organization that's been through so much. And here they go. They lose their starting quarterback now and have to lean on these other guys to get them to the playoffs. Defense is good enough to do it.
Well, thank you for dropping a tweet and changing the entire narrative of the conversation of the NFL.
Well, Pat, it's not me. It's the NFL. You can always count on the NFL producing something. As the great columnist for the New York Times, Red Smith, used to say, God will provide. And the NFL always provides something that changes the narrative and produces some sort of topic to talk about for the rest of the day, whether it's Ken Dorsey being fired yesterday or Deshaun Watson having season-ending shoulder surgery today. There's always – and tomorrow will be something else, and the next day will be something else. And that's what the NFL does.
You calling the NFL God is going to get us a write-up in some sort of blog somewhere.
Way to go,
Thank you for that.
Are we in trouble again?
Yeah, thank you, Schefty. We appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, senior NFL insider at ESPN, Adam Schefter. Thank you, NFL. Thank you, NFL. Real deal. Deshaun Watson not there. Interesting. I thought he was playing his best ball. And they said they wanted to tell the team before they told the public. I don't think the team had any idea. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody, especially after that game, that would be wild. The way he played in the second half,
man.
So good.
Adrenaline. We all been there.
Tore it all.
Yeah, adrenaline tore it all.
Yeah,
Who knows? You know, when they said it happened in the first quarter, right? Second quarter, yeah. So I'm sure he probably got some medicine in there at halftime. But then once it wears off, you start getting those scans tests. And then, like you said, he went and got probably a second, third opinion. But yeah, definitely a gut punch with the way he was playing, how that defense been playing all year long. Run game has kind of been coming along. So it sucks for Cleveland right now.
Yeah, let's talk about the run game real quick. What is the Cleveland Browns run game? Are they just going to be able to rely upon that no matter who's quarterback?
I mean, they might have to go 50 runs a game at this point. Like they literally might have to
Michigan football against.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
How about Michigan just saying, this team's got no grit. We're just going to run the ball 35 straight times.
Easy game.
35 straight times. Hey, JJ, you need to throw the ball? Don't even think about it. We're just going to beat up this team in this team stadium. Oh, my God.
If they told you before that game, JJ McCartney is going to throw for 67 yards, who do you think wins that game?
You tell me.
Not Penn State.
Not Penn State.
Dude, could you fathom?
It's demoralizing.
They never win.
Demoralizing. I'd rather you throw for 500 yards than just hand it off 30 times in a row.
In a row. At what point do you think they go, all right, I think we should pack the box.
Yeah, Mike.
I think we should potentially get down in there. And then what happened? Did we get rid of offensive coordinator? No. Yeah.
Fired the offensive coordinator.
Can't stop the run.
10-2. Can't beat Michigan, Ohio State every year. Same old. Keep it moving.
We are Penn State. So there's another Harbaugh that's talking. John, he exists as well. He's won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. Has coached there a long time. Is one of the staples of the NFL now at this point and of that entire city and team. He gave this nice promo about his brother that I heard on the internet. And do we have the video? Hey, I'll tell you what. I have a lot of respect for this dude, John Harbaugh. Okay, he was the coach whenever I was at the Pro Bowl. No big deal. Yeah, a couple times made it. Thanks. Should have made it more. Got screwed a couple times, but that's the story of everybody in the NFL. I have a lot of respect for this dude. The way he talked about his brother and how he handled this thing almost led me to believe Jim had no clue what was going. Listen to John chit-chat about his brother Jim Harbaugh and how he's kind of viewing his brother in light of everything that's going on in Michigan right now.
John, off topic a little bit. When's the last time you spoke to your brother and how that conversation
10K camera?
goes? Do you have any opinion
Yeah, it's very good.
on everything that he's dealing with and what's going on in Michigan?
Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit.
10K camera.
I have a lot of opinions on
One kid, Mike.
I'm his brother, and I'm proud as heck of him. I'm really impressed with the way he's handled himself through all this. And it's been a long run, and but everything can be done to his phones, his computers, and all that stuff have been looked at, and he's come through this thing with flying colors. And they really have, I don't know what they're trying to get, but they don't have anything of substance, and I just think I'm proud of him. I think it's a real compliment to our family and to him, something for us to be proud of, because as kids can see this, you get kind of in this kind of a situation where you come under fire for whatever reasons, and you come out in a really good place doing the right thing all the time. And I'm really proud of that, and I think it's great for our family, the kids, and it's just a great blessing in that sense.
Hell yeah.
He's a great man, he's a great coach, his players love him, his coaches love him, and he stands tall through all this.
I know you got to get through Thursday, but knowing the schedule and their schedule.
This is an awesome thought.
Saturday, do you have plans to go to the game? If this goes the way it went last week, would you watch it with him?
Yeah, well, that's a lot of good questions. I don't know. Let's get through Thursday night and see where we're at. But I'll definitely be pulling for him and the whole team on Saturday for sure. But we're thinking about Thursday night. 100%.
Would be awesome if he coaches Michigan on Saturday.
So cool.
Would that not be?
I needed to have
Guest coach John Harbaugh for the Michigan Wolverine. That would be hilarious. That would be the best Harbaugh move that has happened, even though there's a lot of great Harbaugh moves that have been happening here over the last couple. What he brought up, I don't think a lot of us has thought about. Me, more specifically. I don't think I knew. They looked into his phones, into his computers, into everything, and they weren't able to land that he ever had a clue that Connor Stallion was potentially doing this rogue agent stuff. And hearing him talk about it, now he's going to have to do that because it's his brother. I would assume he would feel obligated to do as such. But I think Harbaugh was like, our family is coaches. My dad was a coach. So whenever these allegations were being tossed at it was being tossed at our whole family. And him saying they investigated pretty much our whole family. He had no idea that's not the way he is. His players love him. His coaches love him. I'm like, listening to that, I'm like, hell yeah. You know what? You're right, John. Yeah. You are right in this entire thing. Now he reaped the benefits of Connor Stallion, knowing the signals better than anybody else. But unbeknownst to him, he did. So it's like, with what Jim Harbaugh's been saying in the microphones over the last couple of days, his best shit.
So good.
He's been delivering stand-up comedy special material over the last 3 days in this entire thing. And then hearing John talk about the process a little bit more for Jim and his whole family. Consider me a Jim Harbaugh mark at this particular point.
We said last week that they should switch spots and let John coach Michigan and Jim coach the Ravens. But also our guy Biff from Charlotte, billionaire coach, he came out a few days ago and was like, no one knows Jim better than I do besides his family. And if he was doing this, I would know. And he's like one of the best men I've ever known. So everyone around that camp is starting to come out and be
like. So are we all just at the point where Jim didn't know this was. There might have been a couple where he's,
stop talking.
A couple of these where he just stayed out of it. But I think we all kind of have a general belief that Jim might not have known.
Rogue agent.
That Connor Stallion, in an effort to impress
500-page
Jim, I would assume.
Yeah.
In an effort to prove his worth and his value to Michigan, because he's not a football player. He's not a coach. What does he do? Oh, I get signals. Let me be the best in the world at getting signals and going all the way in. Jim didn't know. I think that's where I'm at, and I have 100% belief in that until shown anything other than that.
And I'm right there with you. I didn't know they went through his phone, computers, and all that shit. But I don't think, and the first time you heard, I feel like when it first started making its waves and you heard different coaches speak on it, they were like, oh, it's kind of football. Everybody steals signals. So maybe Jim thought the same thing, like, hey, this guy's doing that, but he's not going and making it as an elaborate scheme as he's been doing. But, I'm right there with you when it comes to Jim.
Yeah, I think it's pretty telling, too, because John could have just been like, hey, no comment. I don't want to talk about this. Like, we're focused on Thursday. But for him to, actually, again, it's his brother, so it's not like he's going to bury him. But the more stuff that comes out, I think it is very evident that Connor Stallion was just, very overzealous and he, like you said...
Why'd he do that, Ty Pete?
Well, again, this guy is a Michigan fanboy who wants to be a Michigan man. And, he's a low-level staffer. He's not making a lot of money, but maybe he thought, hey, if I impress Coach Harbaugh enough, then, I can kind of move up the food chain. Maybe I become a recruiting coordinator or, involved in the football ops aspect as opposed to just, going to these other sidelines and stealing signs. So it seems like this guy's a bit of a wacko who kind of got out his skis a little too far, and I don't think Jim Harbaugh is saying, hey Connor, need you to go to Central Michigan and wear a goofy disguise and these glasses with recording devices. I don't think that's the case at all. all, it does certainly seem that Jim Harbaugh may have gotten railroaded in this whole situation.
Connor, what were your thoughts on it?
As someone who doesn't have a college football team in the race, I was indifferent towards Michigan like a month ago. Then 2 weeks ago, hated Michigan because of how.
Me too. I was like, why, you guys have it all.
Yeah.
You have like a $500 million facility.
Finally beat Ohio State twice, like back-to-back years, once in their building, like completely hated Michigan just because of how much we talked about it.
How come?
Just because I didn't like him.
It wasn't the guy in the back.
Possibly fake Michigan men becoming Michigan men for sure. But Bruce has been a Michigan fan his whole life. That is true. But now, after hearing the coaches Deba brought up and John speak about it and Jim speak about it, like I want Michigan to win the national championship.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching that John Harbaugh video. And once again, I have to say this, massive respect for John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Like everybody that has ever. So as I'm listening, and I kind of forgot, I don't want to say I forgot they were brothers, but like, that Harbaugh family coaching thing, like laud pride and like coaching.
Oh, yeah.
Big
like
deal.
coaching, like that is what they have. So hearing John talk about that, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Jim did get screwed.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people are working for the team. But it's not just Jim that got screwed. These kids.
Yep.
Kids got screwed.
Yeah.
Big time.
And Connor Stallions is the reason. Now, once again, they reap the benefit
For sure.
of this guy cheating, which sucks. Have to get punished for that. Like that is just something that has to happen. But I consider me 100% on the side of Jim Harbaugh had no idea, because John Harbaugh could have stirred her he could have stirred her around all that if he didn't believe it. But he was putting up for his name too. He's like, yeah, I know we're talking about Jim, but also like our entire family now is getting questioned.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know this ain't how this whole thing goes.
Also, when you look at it deeper, like we did a couple weeks ago, in terms of like there being no precedent for something like this to happen in the Big Ten, kind of just being like, yeah, you know what? I know we typically have these like things in place to make sure that everyone gets kind of a fair trial and we don't rush to judgment, but screw that. Jim Harbaugh's kind of an asshole. Everyone hates Michigan. So let's go ahead and just, before we technically have all the facts and all the evidence, let's go ahead and make a ruling on this in the middle of the season when they're in a national championship run. Let's, hopefully they get beat this weekend against Penn State, and that kind of puts an end to it, and we don't have to worry about it.
They ran the ball 35 straight times.
Exactly.
Beat the shit out of them.
There's no signals needed. Hey, we're just going to run the ball 35 straight times in your house, on your grass.
And if John coaches on Saturday, they might win 150-0.
Could you imagine John Harbaugh coaching Michigan this weekend?
That'd be awesome.
It would be the coolest thing of all time.
It really would.
Does it work out where they are?
Thursday night, yeah.
Well, no, it does, because Michigan's in Maryland.
Bingo. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Short John.
It's going to happen.
Oh, my God. We will talk to Top Dolla today in the third hour. He's doing a food drive, 7th annual food drive for
Sarah's Place.
He's WWE superstar, formerly in the NFL. AJ Francis, also University of Maryland alum and grad, grew up in the area. He's doing a food drive for the 7th annual year. Big game. It's happening this weekend. So we'll talk to him, to hopefully spur up some donations.
Yes.
To get a little food there for the community.
I believe it's sarahshouse.com. I think is where you can find out more information.
We'll talk to him. Who's hotter? Not nada. Top Dolla.
Bingo.
Big dogga. Joining us now is a college football guru. A man who talks for 4 hours every single morning on a radio show about college ball, more specifically Ohio State football over there in the great city of Columbus, Ohio. He's a college football legend, and for us, he is the guy that we go to for rankings all season long. He also might be somebody that the college football playoff thinks about whenever they're doing their own rankings. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the General's college football ranking. General, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing great, man. Just listening to that little conversation you guys were having about Michigan. I'm worried if Boston Connor is worried that Connor Stallions is giving all the Connors a bad name.
Oh, good call. Because the Harbaughs were worried about this becoming a bad name. Is Connor now the name of a little snake that maybe takes down an entire organization that's trying to help?
I mean, if you guys want to disrespect one of the greatest portions of our military, the Marine Corps, and say that all Connors are bad people, sure, go right ahead. But just don't forget what flag you're spitting on. Okay, Bob?
You're right.
I respect it, sir.
Connor
Thank
Stallions
you
was a
for getting
veteran.
me straight.
Connor Stallions was a veteran.
Anytime.
He never deployed, right?
Nope.
No.
Here in the United States. Went to the Naval Academy.
Yep. Ready.
Then he was a Marine, was ready, was stationed over in California. Then got a chance to go ahead and do signs. They said, this is going to be your job. Let's see how you can do this. And he goes, this is impossible to do. So, I'm going to get it done, though. Anyways, let's move along. General, great to see you, pal. We appreciate the hell out of you. College football playoff rankings came out last night. Your rankings coming out today. Is there a lot of similarities? Do you see the picture the same way, or is there a lot of differences? Today you're doing top 10, which I'm very grateful for.
Ooh. Yeah, we're going to do top 10. There's a lot of similarities there. We'll start off with number 10. There's a little bit of differences down here at the bottom because if everybody can agree, I think the Pac-12 is the most stacked conference at the top.
We agree. Hey, hold on, though. That's getting forgotten about, Bobby. We've been talking about that all season, and then now that they're starting to kind of play each other, people are forgetting that this is a great conference right now. It's a damn shame.
They're really good. They're fantastic. The top 4 or 5 teams you'd probably stack up against any other conference. So for my number 10 rolling in here, I'm going to have to go with Oregon State. They just smoked Stanford. I know they've got a couple of losses. I know the CFP, they love Louisville sitting in there. But for me, Louisville's got some wins, but Oregon State with what they've been able to do, and they've got Washington this week, then Oregon. Heaven forbid, if they win out, they'll have a strong case with looking at who they've beaten, despite the fact that they'll have 2 losses.
You're saying maybe Oregon State's able to sneak into a big one, potentially, with they have Corvallis is going to be rocking this week.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Madhouse.
10 versus 5 in the Generals pool.
Yeah. Matt, probably biggest game of the weekend.
It's 11. I don't know if it's 5 or not. I don't know where he has Washington. Sure. It might be different, but in the CFP, it's 11 versus 5. Yep. You have him at 10. Great team. Coach Smith is a football guru over there. And DJ Uyunglele. Yeah. Look at this guy.
Balling. Resurgence.
And then look at Clemson now. And it's like, wait, who was it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Move. That's it's an interesting dynamic over there. All right, General. Who's number 9?
Yeah, sometimes you just need to change your scenery. My number 9, I'm going to go with the Missouri Tigers. If you look at what they just did to Tennessee, I was worried, Pat. They spilled it against Georgia. Schrader rushed the ball all over the Bulldogs. He was beat up. I thought, how much gas can he have left in the tank? They're taking on Tennessee. Seemed ripe for the Vols to come in there and get a victory. And, man, they smacked Tennessee in a big way. Schrader, 200 yards plus, touchdown. I love what Missouri is, and just because they're not a classic football school, I don't think they're getting as much respect as they probably deserve.
Yeah, we'll have Cody Schrader on the show tomorrow, actually.
Oh,
yeah, 2:20, nice. I believe, Eastern. Can't wait to talk to him. I guess his story is phenomenal as well whenever you dig in. And I said college game, but I don't want to do a lot of I said, but I did. I think the Georgia fans in the world don't fully appreciate and respect that Missouri win, until a couple games down the road here. Like college football play might be the reason why they decided to move Georgia to where it is, because Missouri, the better they get, the better for Georgia's resume in this entire thing. Because you see it's 30-21, I think was the final score of that game. And you're like, Georgia only beats Missouri 30-21. It's like, you're not thinking about this Missouri football team. Yeah. You're thinking about Missouri like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Different squad. I'm happy you showed them respect here at number 9.
I got tons of love for Missouri with what they've been able to do. They're a tough physical team. And you know what? I'm excited to listen to Schrader tomorrow because, like you said, Pat, he's got a great story. So dive on in with that. At number 8, I've got the Alabama Crimson Tide, and I would like to have them a little bit higher, but I always say games matter. They took care of Kentucky. Milroe's really starting to play well. That defense is rounded into form. You know what? All we talked about at the beginning of the year, Nick Saban have 2 losses. Could he have 3? Is this the end of the dynasty? And, man, they've gotten better and better every week.
Yeah. They just beat the hell out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Killed them. Yeah.
And Kentucky's had a couple of those this year, and I think Stoopsy's in the middle of maybe rebuilding, reloading that entire thing. But, Alabama, nobody wants to play Alabama right now.
No.
Much different team than they were earlier in the year. Can't wait to talk to Coach Nick Saban. We'll be on the show tomorrow at 1:05. Hell yeah. We're just setting this thing up for promos and teases. Appreciate you. Let's go next.
I like to tee it up for you, Pat. I'm going to try to be a good teammate the best I can.
Love that.
We got number 7 here. I've got Texas, and I would love to have Alabama ahead of them because I think they're playing better ball. We'll see. Quinn Meinerz, he's back. First game back. Maybe a little rust. We'll see if he can continue to improve. But they went into Tuscaloosa early in the year, and they beat them by 11. So I have to count that, even though I think that Alabama is playing better football today after you saw Texas just getting pushed mightily by TCU.
Yeah, and TCU has been so hit or miss this year, so you don't know what you have in them, so you don't know if that's good or not for Texas. Boo Corrigan said, we do take into account when games happen and what teams have looked like since then. I think in the end, if it continues the way it is, now there's a chance Quinn Meinerz goes out and they light it up and they get explosive plays like he was able to do in a couple of the games early this season, and they're able to go on a run. That Oklahoma loss, though, not You know what I mean?
Right.
With where Oklahoma is, there's going to be a lot of people mad. And that's why college football is awesome.
Absolutely.
Because there's actually no right answer.
No.
And people are very passionate at all of these schools. And they were ready to fight you if you say it goes a different way.
Yes.
So it's set up for failure to begin with only 4 spots. But especially when Texas beats Alabama early and they both end up with 1 loss, looking like 2 teams, much different teams at the end, it's like, that's just a recipe for a war from 2 fan bases right there.
So and they also said that they take injuries into account. So like, does Texas get a better grade because they're winning with a backup quarterback, or now that Jonathan Brooks is out for the season, are they going to take them down a peg? It's very interesting.
It is. Book Oregon has said numerous times, we take everything into account.
Don't you worry.
Everything. Where, who, how, what it looked like, the weather, defense, offense, all that. He said they look at it all. I'm happy you do the same exact thing, General. Let's move on to the 6th ranked team in the General's top 10.
And this is another team I'd love to have ranked much higher because I think they're playing some of the best football in the country. We talk about the Pac-12. They've got the loss to Washington, but the Oregon Ducks coming in there at 6. You saw what they did to USC. Bo Nix, 400 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. We talk about quarterbacks. We're talking about DJ struggling at Clemson. We talk about Bo Nix couldn't get right at Auburn. This guy might win a Heisman Trophy now out in Oregon.
Yeah, I think Bo is the Heisman favorite, I was just told in my ear, but that changes every week as well.
Right.
And who knows with these big stages coming up these last final weeks, who might sneak in. Jaden Daniels are saying that LSU might be the guy that wins it just because he's clearly the best. That's what people are saying, clearly the best football player.
Numbers-wise, yeah.
But they got 3 losses.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing for a quarterback to win with that. Who knows how it's going to go. Maybe the bodacious Bo Nix does get a win because we saw how bummed that entire team was after that Washington loss.
Crushed.
But the strength of the Pac-12 might save him in this conversation. Like, yeah, a lot of people lose to Washington. Sorry about it. Let's move along. I love Dan Lanning. He talked yesterday about other schools wanting him too. And he said, I'm staying right here at Oregon. Place is beautiful. Good luck to them. Top 5 in the General's top 10.
Oregon's a fantastic job too. Dan Lanning come out and saying that, Pat. I don't think people in the SEC, they look at A&M and how great that is. Oregon's got limitless resources. They got the West Coast. They're joining the Big Ten. Like, they've got everything there. I think Dan Lanning knows what he's got cooking. Number 5, this is where I start to differ a little with the committee. Got Florida State sitting at number 5. They barely beat Miami. There's a couple of plays that there was some iffy calls in there that maybe could have turned the other way, maybe a no call on a PI. They've got North Alabama this week, so not a whole lot you're going to see there. Florida State is good, but they haven't really played a ton of teams since early in the season. And I don't know if they've been tested quite the same way. Had a tough one against Pitt a couple weeks ago early on. So Florida State's a little iffy to me. Their undefeated record still propping them up.
Yeah, what are they? They got Florida here next week, I think. I think they have Florida at the end of the season.
The rivalry weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. That seems like if they beat Florida, even though Florida is nowhere near what all these other teams are, I think a lot of people will pay them a little bit more respect. But right now, it's strictly resume-driven for the Florida State slander. And I said one day that I didn't think, like, hey, sorry about it. I just don't know. And then they went out and put a 41 piece on Wake. I think it was like 41-13 that day. And I said, Oklahoma's better. I saw Oklahoma beat Texas. Who does Florida State beat? And then Oklahoma lost that day. Florida State had their best day. So I got murdered by Florida State people. And I would like to appreciate their passion, and we're all thankful they're back. But the conversation about them being undefeated all the way through and never having to play anybody because it is a down year for the ACC is how the national view is. And then a couple of these one-loss teams that are, like let's say Alabama wins the whole thing.
Yeah.
The SEC championship.
Yeah, beating Georgia.
Have to go.
Okay, now Georgia has 1 loss.
Got to get in there.
Alabama has 1 loss.
Yep.
Florida State, no losses.
Yeah.
How does this?
Or if Texas wins the Big 12 championship and has 1 loss and
How about
beat
Oregon?
Alabama.
Oregon
Yeah.
over.
That means Washington has 1.
And then Michigan, Ohio State,
Yeah, one of them.
So it's like, Florida State people, we're not the ones making this up. We're just saying, you guys got to win convincingly.
Yes.
Like that is not. We're just speaking about how it's going to probably end up being, and it's like not fair. We get it. You're just trying to win football games, but with the way this whole thing's set up, it's like Florida State has to do a little dance for the committee about we're really, really good.
Well, and when you talk about like when they played teams, like they've had the benefit the entire year if they beat LSU week 1 when LSU was ranked in the top 10 and everyone thought they were going to be a real player in the SEC, and like again, that is their marquee win, and that looks a hell of a lot different now than it did 9 weeks ago.
I think we could all agree 12 is going to be awesome next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
12-team playoff is going to be so much better. Cannot wait till we don't have to do who's getting screwed?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the college football playoff conversation is. Mm-hmm. Instead of celebrating all these great teams that make it in, instead the whole conversation is, this team got screwed. They deserve to be in there. It's like, let's just open this up. They are next year, thank God.
Well, one of the other things, Pat, I want to give Florida State credit. Their ACC may not be great, but they did go out and schedule LSU. Like, that's not a game that was just put on their schedule because they're in the same conference. They went out and tried to schedule up. They can't help that LSU is a little bit down this year, with the 3 losses, but they're doing their best. So I like to give credit to teams that are going to go schedule big in the non-conference because those are the games we like to see.
Agreed. Better for the sport, better for the team too. They're going to get better from it. But then that gets called in the conversation because if you lose one and you're Alabama against Texas, who was not in the SEC, they're in the Big 12, but you scheduled Texas early and you lose that, well, that's going to get held against you for the rest of the season where somebody else might just schedule, Toledo, who had great night last night.
Yeah.
Same with Bowling Green. I saw a little pop pass, one-handed grab out of Bowling Green. But instead of scheduling something like that, you schedule a big one, but then it gets held over your head the entire time. It's kind of a tough decision to be made there.
It is. It stinks, man. I try my best to not look at that because if you're going out and you're scheduling aggressively, because Pat, that's what you said. That's what we love about the sport. I want to see big games early in the year.
Yeah, we're big game hunting here.
Come on.
We're big game hunting in college ball.
Big game hunting. I love it. Hey, you know who you need? You need a good dog with you when you're going game hunting. You need a Husky, Washington Huskies sitting there at number 4. Hey, you want to talk about a great football game. That Utah Husky game was fantastic with what Washington was able to do. Utah battling back. I mean, there was scoring all over the place, a lot of good defense too. Michael Penix Jr. looking fantastic. The thing that I love about Washington is Dylan Johnson got the running game going against what we know is a very stout Utah Utes defense, 100 yards on the ground. I think that will help them down the road.
Yeah, anytime you can get a little bit of balance and you don't just have to rest it on one person's left arm the entire game would certainly help out, especially if we're going to talk about college football, playoff football, where you're going to be playing defenses that are very big, very strong. You're not just going to be able to sit back there and throw it. You got to come off the ball a little bit. Got to be able to come off the ball to slow down that D-line if you want to win in the end. The committee says they take everything into account. Do they take into account, like, allegedly, University of Washington, when they have those 2 bad games, like, flu bug was hitting the entire team?
Yeah, incredibly
like they were nowhere near healthy, I guess, is alleged. Now, is that public? Is that 100%? Like, has anybody come out and confirmed that? Kinda. Said, we're not making any excuses. We did have a bug, that whole thing. But those 2 games, they look bad. It's getting held against them, I think, at the College Football Playoff Committee. And it's like, well, are we taking in the fact that Penix was allegedly just, like, puking all over the place? Like, while the game.
Apparently not.
While it's out, I don't know. I don't know if the whole team was, I don't know if we're talking about it. I love this Washington Huskies team. I like Kalen DeBoer. I like what they've been able to do there quickly. And Penix was the Heisman favorite before last week. Now Bo Nix is favorite. It's Pac-12 getting the Heisman potentially.
Crazy.
On the way out. Good for them. Who's number 3, General?
I've got the Michigan Wolverines heading into Happy Valley, pounding the rock on James Franklin, who looked like he was maybe a little crazy aggressive early in that game, but Jim Harbaugh not there. Sharon Moore getting it done. A little emotional after the game, maybe a little much. But you know what? When you only throw the ball 8 times and you run it like 25 consecutive times in the second half, it is undeniable. Michigan is a physical football team. They went to Happy Valley. They got to win 24-15 and looked really good doing it.
What are you shaking your head for? The guy was emotional. He's excited. Had an opportunity. Got a big-time win.
Yeah.
What are you shaking your head about?
That was one of the worst post-game things I've ever watched.
Whoa!
Come on. You're just saying that because they whipped your ass.
Yeah.
And maybe I was a little emotional. Not quite as emotional as he was, though. I mean, that was bad.
Jeez.
What do you mean it was bad?
I mean, great win.
He loves his
all right?
kids.
Keep it moving.
Well, you know what that team's been through?
Yeah. So hard to win at Penn State. You should know that of all people.
Yeah, with the whiteout in the middle of the day.
What's the whiteout record?
I don't care.
4-6 or something.
It wasn't
like
a whiteout.
Doesn't seem real hard to
You
win
guys
there.
stink? I didn't know you guys stink up there. I thought that's all you had.
We got a new
you
coordinator
don't
coming in.
You don't want to go into Happy Valley. That's right. 4-6.
Something like that. It's terrible.
A couple weeks ago, they were about to beat Ohio State. This guy fully believed in it, too.
In front of those Ohio State fans.
Now they're a joke at home. Who would have thought?
10-8 over the last 18, I guess. What?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Bums.
New coordinator. We got
What happened to
Greener
the old
pastures.
days? LeVar Arrington jumping over the line.
Where's Joe
I'm talking
Porky
about.
Brown?
What happened?
Buzz Loisney up there flying. What
LeVar
happened?
Bowman.
You guys are just getting ponded right in the mouth at home.
It's bad.
What
Bad
a
ball.
Joke.
Jeez.
Kick him off.
You
the
remember
core.
those days? People used to be scared to go in there. Anytime it was on TV, gray, because there's obviously no sun up there in the middle of the fall or the winter.
Scared for other reasons.
Cold
too.
as hell. I mean, there's certainly some other
Just
stuff
gotta throw that out
going
there.
on that we've certainly learned about since then, growing up watching. Some people knew. A lot of people say a few people that were very notable knew. But what we're saying is, what happened? What happened to your Penn State Nittany Lions?
Laid an egg twice. 10-2. Same story, different year. It's ridiculous.
That guy loved coaching he was thankful for the opportunity. Let's go to number 2, General.
All right, number 2, we got the Georgia Bulldogs. Big victory over Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin. I thought they were going to have something for them.
Wow.
Carson Beck looked good, 300 yards passing. Ladd McConkey's rolling. It was great to see Brock Bowers out there as well. This Georgia team has gotten better and better every week, and they look like they're starting to round into their title form.
And number 1, you obviously have the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, you and the committee do not agree this particular week. They moved Georgia ahead of Ohio State. Why do you think that is, General?
Well, they got a big win against Ole Miss, so I get that. Ohio State also is 35-3 against Michigan State at halftime. I mean, they shifted down into neutral. So I understand where we're going with this. Everything is going to rest in about 10 days up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, because that will be one of the biggest games that you will be seeing around the country.
Hell yeah, General. We appreciate the hell out of you, brother. Enjoy your life. You're the greatest. Thank you for adding to our show this fall.
Got 2 gimmicks for you?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's roll. I completely
All
forgot
right, I
about
got 2 quick gimmicks for you. I got the Alonzo Harris Training Day King Kong ain't got on me. We were talking about Jaden Daniels, Pat. 372 yards through the air, 234 yards on the ground in a victory over Florida.
Hell yeah.
You got to be kidding me, Coach. I've never seen numbers like that.
Yeah, we agree with you. Let's roll with the next one because we're coming up on a hard out. Congrats to Jaden, by the way. It's the best gimmick of the year.
That's absurd.
And then we got my man Ross Bjork, the AD for Texas A&M. Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast. I've never heard more about an AD's driving habits than I did when he was talking about firing Jimbo Fisher and where Texas A&M needs to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the General Bob Carpenter. Thank you, buddy.
General.
I don't think I heard that entire story, but $76.8 million to get a guy out of your city is certainly a lot of money. Damn. That guy's ready to pull the trigger. I think there was like a $100 million plus donation literally the day before to athletics. Listen, we got you $130 million worth of oil coming. Right. You got an extra 60 now. Well, you better use it right. Let's not get this one wrong again. And let's not sign the worst deal in history with Jimmy Sexton negotiating the entire thing.
And fun fact, I saw Ricky Bobby's house was actually sold yesterday. I believe to Kevin Harvick, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful house, too.
Yes.
That backyard with that pool.
Yeah.
Oh.
$2 million under asking price, too.
All right. College football's awesome.
Yep.
Schefter, thank you. Bobby, thank you. JJ, White is in the next hour. Then we have Top Dolla in a college basketball surprise.
Let's go.
Maybe a commitment.
What?
Whoa!
Excuse
On
me?
this program, maybe.
What?
Hour 1 wrapping up. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Take 3.
Hello and welcome to Office Championship Wrestling live in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight we have a straight to hell match in which the devil will battle against our office wrestler, Dylan Boston. You might be wondering how we got here. Let's find out right now.
And now we have to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah, no big deal. Classic trial by combat situation. We got our champion, Dylan Bostic. All he's got to do, win the match, 1, 2, 3, and we're home safe.
The only man that would take the job to protect us from the devil himself, Dylan Boston.
Like you mentioned, Pat, there's probably about 5 or 6 other guys we'd rather have in this position, but we'll take Bostic, I guess.
Not only are all of our souls on the line, the Office Championship Wrestling Championship, presented by Natural Light, is also on the line.
Jesus, the devil's trying to put Bostic right to hell!
I do not want to go
Good
to
God,
hell!
no!
Don't do
Good
it!
God, no! Come on, Bostic, Pat!
Oh, no! Oh, my...
I'll see you in hell, Pat. The goddamn Easter Bunny's out here! What the hell's he doing here?
The Easter Bunny is obviously here to help Dylan Bostic. Wait a minute. No! No! The Easter Bunny's been on the devil's side this whole time. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
What the hell's Jesus Christ doing here?
The power of Christ is compelling Dylan Bostic.
Look at this, Pat! Jesus Christ is bringing Bostic back to life! Jesus is going insane! And now Bostic's kicking wholesale ass in the ring!
Jesus Christ has come to help Dylan Bostic defeat the devil and defeat the Easter Bunny. What's going to happen here?
Good God Almighty, it looks like he's going up in the scissor lift!
Jesus is lifting the scissor lift! Jesus is now telling Bostic to come down from
Don't do it, Bostic! Don't do it! Oh, my God!
Oh,
Bostic's dead! He's dead! You can't tell from home, but that scissor lift is about 8 stories up, Pat!
80 feet in the air! Oh, wait! He's tuning up the bed! The devil!
Super kick! Into the casket! The devil goes down! The devil goes down!
Shuts the casket!
And
Back to
that's
hell! The devil goes straight back to hell where he belongs!
it! With the assist from Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Dylan Bostic saves the PMI office's souls and wins the OC.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig!
Damn it!
Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Trenches Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. Hour 2 of this program starts now. Football is certainly the topic of the day with everything that has been popping off. Just got a chance to relive Office Championship Wrestling a little bit, and boy, those were the good old days. Hope you had a great break, great 3 minutes, because now we're about to have the greatest hour in the history of sports entertainment.
Hell yeah.
The Talk to Table. Darius J. Butler is here. You look so cool.
Oh,
Great fit.
You've really been doing it.
Yeah.
This year, you've really been doing
Trying
it.
to keep up with AQ.
Well, speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, 12-year NFL vet, a man who has a professional shopper for him, has changed his entire wardrobe and style as he's lost the 14-year-old's worth of body weight.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, former offensive lineman, now GQ model, AQ Shipley.
Yeah, baby.
AQ, I like what we're doing. Are we going with a mustache there a little bit? Is that where we're potentially growing?
I think so.
Thick. Nice thick mustache.
Well, I have to say, JC told me that whenever I went to trim my goatee this morning, he said it was going to be a half inch. I think it was like a half a millimeter. I mean, we really took this thing down.
Oh, Backwards Barber wanted to get you a little bit tighter. He said, hey, you got a jawline now, pal.
But that...
You're no longer a fatso with no jawline. He said you need to show it off. Look at you.
No more double chin. Maybe.
There you go.
You're much cooler when you had it, but
Thanks.
Connor, you don't need to be a hater. This guy's getting healthier. This guy is a much better him. This is a new version of him.
yeah, I will say when he came in this morning, I did first thing I say to him, you missed a workout this week because you look a little fatter.
He did.
You look fat?
But we didn't. We lunged this morning.
We did. Shout out Corey Gregory. We did lunges. It's tough. Listen, all you got to do is just 6 minutes of lunges.
Dead.
Yeah.
Legs are
Change your life.
Absolutely. Muscles you didn't even know were in your, because it's a single leg squat every single time. And it's, you know, you can kind of get lost in there. And after like 6-7 minutes, you're pretty much like done. You're absolutely smoked. It's supposed to be the cheat code, just like quick legs, quick cardio. That's what Corey Gregory told me. And Corey Gregory has a 14-pack.
He's shredded.
As like a 40-year-old man. And I think he's still drinking beer. I don't know how he's doing it. Allegedly.
What?
It's the lunges.
Lunges, yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
300 to 400.
What's that?
I think I saw a tweet with him say 300 to 400
He does 400
meters.
Yeah.
He does a lap around the track.
Mile.
What would you think this is? What would you think?
A mile.
That's not a mile.
That's a mile, yeah.
That's a lap.
I think he
That's-
does.
No, 400 meters. Quarter mile.
1,500 is a mile.
Yeah.
One lap. Don't embarrass yourself.
What are we doing?
Don't embarrass yourself.
No, I think he does. I think he does mile of lunges. I think that's what he does. Or is it half mile?
I don't know. He was describing
mile.
400 meters. What is?
400.
I lunge 400, 800 meters a day for multiple 300 plus day in a row streaks. Yeah, 2.5 mile, quarter mile, a half mile.
Okay.
Every single day for 300 plus days straight. We ain't doing that.
Different occasions.
We are taking a break. He said, you do a 12-day straight, though, you'll start catching a streak, and then you'll get going. I ain't ever going to be able to do that, Corey Gregory, because I can't even walk normally days after I do it. We go Dahn, back, Dahn, back, Dahn. I don't know how many meters that is, but I'll tell you, it's tough to get off the shitter. Yeah. That's how far I went today, and I can't wait to continue to get better. I appreciate you inspiring me, AQ.
Let's go.
You inspired me.
Albie.
Speaking of inspiration, this guy can't see out of one of his eyes, but he has not missed a program. He has not missed a show. Except for when he's on vacation during the offseason, which a brand new audience is about to experience with all of us. He's got 10 kids, got to keep them entertained. He's also the president of Ohio, COVID survivor, all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. Ladies and gentlemen, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, Hawker.
AJ, whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, I think I might. Well, I got my shades because a little light sensitive, but I think I might be able to figure it out without them.
I think you get shades.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah,
bad.
for
I
me,
mean, I just turned these lights on a second ago too. My eyes start to water and pour all the time when I do look at any light. So I figured at least maybe I tried. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the effort.
Attaboy, Hawker. That's what matters.
I got one person that sent me a tweet that said, why is that guy wearing shades? He's not cool enough to wear shades on TV. I'm like, all right, funny. That was a very funny comment. But also, look at how quickly your eye has recovered. I think that's the power of positive thoughts. You've said this eye was going to recover overnight when this happened. We're just 3 days into this. You're already able to kind of move that thing. Congratulations. This man lost a third of his cornea just 3 days ago. Ripped out of his eyeball.
Tough SOB.
That is a tough son of a bitch. That's why he's the president of Ohio.
Hell yeah.
Anything, you want to give a speech?
No speech. It has not grown back yet. He said that it was a deep divot, so it's still trying to fill in. And then the covering will, like the top surface will come back once that divot fills in. I got to go back again tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's like an everyday thing.
Okay, so it will grow back, though? This isn't something where you're going to be problematic?
Yeah, it is growing back, yeah. I mean, my vision's a bit blurry at the moment, but it's all right. It'll come back.
You're still driving, of course. Yeah.
Right.
I tell you what, driving when the sun is coming up, when your eyeballs hurt this bad, excuse me, it is a tough situation.
It's getting you choked up. Yeah, it's getting me choked up, too, thinking of you going out there. We might lose you.
Yeah, seriously.
You already suck at driving. Guy drives with both feet.
I'm very good. Very good driver. Don't lie to people.
Nope. Menace to society, a risk to society as well. Falls asleep, openly admits, falls asleep while driving with both feet. Hands mangled because he played football back whenever he used to just grab jerseys, so he could barely grip the steering wheel. We got a sleeper who can't touch the wheel, who's using both feet. Now he can't see out there. Ohio, look out.
Not good.
Look out. The amount of people, too, with signs, I don't know if you've seen them. There was a sign on game day that was like, AJ Hawk's driving is more dangerous than something else. It's like, I'm happy everybody realizes this. I hope your neighbors do too, AJ, honestly.
I mean, we see some of those signs. We know everything's not exactly true that we read on those signs on Friday and Saturday.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, this guy. What are you talking about? You soaking, bub?
I mean, there's plenty of soaking posters, but you know what? I respect the material, so yeah, it's fun.
All right, before we get to the next conversation, we're proud of you and your eye.
Way to go, Hawker.
Happy you put those glasses on. I wouldn't have been able to look at you for 2 hours. That would have been tough because your eye literally just battling the whole time. This show has been brought to you by the greatest ticket buying platform on planet Earth and the moon. That's right. Whenever we get to the moon, they start doing live events up there. You're only going to want to get your tickets from one place and one place alone. That's SeatGeek, because SeatGeek is not only your friend, they're not only a loyal companion, they're your tag team partner to live in a better life. You're alive, but are you living? Go live and experience something live with our friends at SeatGeek. Now, unlike other ticket buying platforms, they'll tell you if you're getting a raw deal.
Yeah.
Won't they?
Oh, yeah.
They'll say, this is a shitty ticket.
Yeah, not good.
Do not buy this ticket at this price. They're like, we'd obviously like to get the fees, obviously, for this entire thing, but this is a bad deal. This is terrible. You should do it. But then they'll also say, hey, this is a good ticket, good price. We've scanned the internet for you. You need to pull the trigger. A lot more of those than the red ones, but they're not scared to tell you about the bad tickets. You never get catfished either. They'll be there for you. There's 70,000 events every single day, and SeatGeek has tickets to them all. And right now, use the code PAT30, PAT30. You'll get $30 off all football tickets. It's any NFL or college football purchase. Doesn't matter if you're a new or repeat purchaser. $30 off with code PAT30 whenever you're buying. Restrictions apply. Don't know what the restrictions are. I assume you're going to have to dive into that. Who knows what that is? Probably for less than $30.
I would assume so.
Yeah, if you get like a $15, you're probably not going to get in there.
True.
But like holidays are coming up. Great time to get football tickets for somebody.
Perfect.
Shout out to SeatGeek. We appreciate the hell out of you. First partner, longest partner. They survived a world stoppage of live events somehow.
Tough. Big deal.
Good business.
Tough.
Shout out to SeatGeek.
Thank you, SeatGeek.
Joining us now is a man who had a front row seat to watch his brother do his thing just a few weeks ago. First time he's ever done that. He didn't have to get tickets for SeatGeek. He just went to the NFL pretty much.
Yep.
Roger Goodell said, here you go, pal. We'll put you wherever the hell you want. You're one of the greatest of all time. You're already in the Houston Texans Ring of Honor. There's only 3 people in there. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame soon. And every single Wednesday, you're going to swear all over ESPN and ruin a program. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ Watt.
Yeah, JJ.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Great to be here.
Yeah, that's
AJ, you drive with 2 feet. What the hell?
Bingo, JJ. Thank you for being a human with a brain. Why does that happen, you think?
That can't be real.
It's real.
That can't be real.
He thinks he's a race car driver, this guy. He does, like race car drivers, because gas is here, brake is here, and they start in go-karts where literally one's on one side and one's on the other. They use both feet because it's more efficient, they say. That's what AJ says he's doing while he's driving a minivan or a F-150 truck around Ohio. Right, AJ? I don't want to speak out of pocket.
Yes, very efficient. I never ride the brake. You act like I am riding the brake with my left foot. I am not. I am hovering over top of it, and I depress the brake very slowly when I need to.
That can't be real because hip flexor, obviously, and quad would wear out while you're doing that, unless he, so he's...
Dorsiflexion. We got it.
Anyway,
a lot of modalities.
What do you think about the modalities that Aaron's doing? What if this guy comes back from an Achilles tear in the same season, JJ?
It'd be unbelievable. It'd be truly unbelievable.
You're about to say the F word again.
Wow.
Yeah, you were.
No, I'm not. I'm not swearing today. No swears. Not even little swears. Well, I already said hell, so we got that one out of the way.
That's not real.
Come
on. That's a place.
That's place. That's in the book.
It is. Person, place, or thing.
That's in the book.
No, my grandma joked with me after last week's show. She sent me like a jokingly scolding text and then said, "I'm just kidding. I love that show. I just have one question. How come nobody ever asks that AJ any questions? Will you talk to him a little bit?" So I said, "All right, Grandma, what do you got for him?" And she didn't have any questions for me, but AJ, I'm talking to you on behalf of my grandma.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Grandma, I appreciate her watching the show. Tell her I'll be all right. They don't have to ask me any questions. I usually get to ask other people questions.
Yeah, and Grandma, you probably see the good in everybody, and we appreciate that. AJ's normally dropping in trying to do the complete opposite.
Right.
You know what I mean, Grandma? And I'll tell you.
Oh, no. How is this possible?
Yeah, because you're a pig.
That's right. Put it in our head.
Jeez.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I don't love it either.
I'm sorry.
Well,
yeah, you're on. If you did percentage of showtime, a pie chart, you would have a lot bigger piece of the pie than me. This is not good.
Yeah, I mean, your discipline has certainly been something that has been called into question numerous times in this particular Thunderdome after the show and what you've done. To a mind that we would be tied for the lead alongside Tone Diggs and D-Bud, who was just so careless.
Yeah, ridiculous.
We would be right next to each other, but I dropped 2 F-bombs because Bill Belichick was on a ring camera, shirtless, looking like a dog. And I couldn't contain myself. I completely forgot.
No.
So that's going to be tough.
Who could?
Yeah. Oh, we are.
Why is there an asterisk?
Yes.
Why is there an asterisk?
You guys break this down on CBS or?
Yeah. Did you guys talk about this video and what it might do to inspire the boys in Germany?
Yeah, we went in depth into this video.
Smart.
I mean, just an absolute unit, just a purebred unit.
Dog.
Right there. Look at that.
Absolute dog. That was my takeaway, too. They're like, what was he doing? It's like, who cares? Look at him. This guy is a beast right now. All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Your show.
All right. Well, I didn't know if you were going to compliment Bill Belichick there. We're open to those because I think he's getting fired.
Oh, I mean, the guy clearly does some pecs, some delts. He does a little bit of everything. That guy doesn't skip gym day.
You think he's on a Peloton in the office while watching film, or you think he's squatting in the office while watching film? How do you think he gets it in?
I would say squatting is that body type fits squatting more than it fits Peloton. I would say that's Look at that. Just barrel chest. That is the definition of a barrel chest.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah, there was a guy in the back here who's just speaking completely out of pocket whenever he watched that. Look at that little weakling, I think is what.
I don't say weakling. I said bag of milk. We're just going to lie to everybody now. We're just going to gas everybody up all the time for no reason.
He's 70+ years of age.
Yeah.
This is J.J. Watt saying the guy's a barrel unit.
JJ's a nice guy.
That back row back there has some issues with.
Don't drag me into this, JJ. He's a dog.
Let's do that. Okay, so we haven't got a chance to chat a little bit. Gumpy, how Burnley do, huh? We're on the up and up, so we got good. I see the hat's still on the owner here.
They were tied with Arsenal 70 minutes in. They fought hard.
0-0?
Lost 3-1.
Oh,
no, it's 1-1.
International break now. Tough match with West Ham after that.
Hammers?
But,
The Hammers.
JJ, Sheffield, Wolves, Everton, and Fulham in December. We got to have points there, lad.
Big month coming up.
I agree. Thank you, Gump. Thank you for a little positivity, Gump. I appreciate that. I agree. After this international break, we go on a little run, and then into the new year, we have plenty of time. Plenty of time. We're going to go on a run. We're going to be good.
You know what to say? The days are long, but time flies. You know, so this season's going to pass before we even notice, and if Burnley doesn't start accruing some sort of points, what are we talking, Gump? What are we? I don't know. I don't think I know the soccer well enough over there.
Right now, they are in the relegation zone.
Oh, come on, JJ. JJ, we can't have that.
What?
No. We can't have that.
No, we can't have it. I agree. And that's part of the beauty of sport. It's the ups and the downs. You live and die with your squad, and you don't back out when things get hard. You don't walk away from your squad when things go a little sideways. You stick by their side, you wear the crest, and you go out there and you fight again. Almost dropped an F-bomb there. Was going to, and I didn't.
That's because you're an owner. Very mature. Good for you, JJ.
Progress.
And I like the motivational speech that you just said there, and hopefully that'll find its way to the boys during this international break. Where's Tyler? I want to know where Tyler and Dude Perfect are.
Yeah.
They need to be talking to the boys on how we score some more goals in sweet ways.
Well, unfortunately, not great because I wonder if Tyler and the boys are a little more preoccupied with the Texas A&M coaching search because I believe they are Texas A&M alumna. So, I don't know if they're if they got their eggs in that basket right now and not
Did they
Burnley
contribute?
basket.
They got a lot of money. Did they contribute to that buyout? Because my goodness, is there a better job in the world than a fired college football coach?
Are you thinking about taking the next one?
Yeah, and then I'm going to try and get fired on day one. That would be great. Big buyout, no deferral. I would love for it to be Texas A&M because they seem to have a lot of money down there. My favorite, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but the fact that they presented at halftime of that game, the boosters presented a $163 million check, and then they fired their coach right after. That is one of the biggest flexes I have ever seen in my entire life.
Let's wait for the team to get back on the field here, too, just so Jimbo can see this. The guy that actually, or the family that wrote the check, this is from us.
Pretty sweet.
What do you think this one's for, pal? Yeah. Go ahead and enjoy these 2 quarters. It's the last time you got with one of these
seeing
whistles.
that check and knowing exactly what it was for.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Did we? 100, that's a lot of money.
What are you guys going to do with that? We already rebuilt the stadium. We're good there.
Uniforms? Do uniforms?
Yeah.
Somebody on his. I think that's
surely if I win this game 51-10, you're not going to fire me after this, right?
No way. No way you'd be able to do that. Let's move to NFL football. Let's move to a little bit of NFL football. Is that San Diego?
San Diego, yes. You stay classy, San Diego.
What was the old ship? What did it stand for?
Yeah, what was it?
Diversity.
It's an old wooden ship. I'm trying.
Diversity.
This is
No.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Diversity.
What does San Diego stand for? What does it stand?
No. It's City of Angels. City of Angels.
No. That wasn't.
That's LA.
Something to do with
a whale.
I think it was a whale.
Whale, right? What was it, AJ?
60% of the time, it works every time.
Was it a dork?
I think
that was in there, but I don't think that was the same.
A dork can be involved.
Sex Panther does. That is.
It tracks bears.
Yeah.
You put the dork in it.
Yeah, that was in the movie.
No, I don't know. I don't recall.
Really?
I don't recall.
Wow.
AJ could tell my grandma.
Don't you think? All right, let's move on. Great movie.
We're not going to decipher what San Diego is?
Great movie.
Well, I don't think it was right.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought the people from San Diego say that's what it means.
What is it? It's a whale's vagina? Is that what it was?
I think it's Saint Diego. I think it's Saint Diego.
All right, sweet. Well,
Diego.
thanks for bringing up all that stuff, JJ. Hope you made your grandma proud. Let's move to making.
It's a great start.
Hey,
Great
let's talk
start
about
this
making
weekend.
grandma proud. Grandma in Wisconsin?
She is.
Okay, so obviously the stat has come out in the first 100 games, you and your brother, number 2 and number 3 in the history of how many sacks you record in the first 100 games. Now, TJ passed you in his 96, so he has time to continue to catch up, and you put out a tweet that was really remarkable. You said, no, it's 2 Wisconsin boys. We grew up watching and idolizing Reggie White, so to be on the same stat as him, obviously it's a massive honor. You have been on these particular statistic boards alongside legends because you yourself are a legend, sir. TJ, obviously a legend in the making, currently, actively. Whenever you see this type of stuff happen, what do you think back about? What do you reflect upon? And what do you think TJ will get to at 100 here in the next couple games?
Yeah, I think when I put out a tweet like that or I talk about stats like this, I think people think, it's obviously you're going to say, it's really cool to see your guys' names up there. You're going to say all the right stuff. But like literally growing up in the state of Wisconsin and watching the Green Bay Packers as a kid, and you see Brett Favre, you see Reggie White, you see like these guys playing, you treat them like that is unattainable. That is something that you didn't even those are on a different pedestal. So to grow up watching Reggie and to know how we idolized him and how we looked at him and the way that he played the game, like that didn't even seem like it was when we were playing backyard football. We were pretending to be the high school quarterback at Pewaukee High School. We weren't pretending to be these NFL guys because that was something different. So now to see our names next to a guy like Reggie White and to not only see one of our names there, but to see us together as brothers there, it is truly, really, really special. And I don't think that we fully even understand it right now, how cool that is and how awesome this whole thing has been.
Hey, Reggie at 105 or whatever. It's like we actually, the reason why we have those clips is because I was like, I know Reggie White gets a lot of respect, and obviously anytime his name is mentioned, everybody says it's awesome, but like, that is a dominant first 100 games.
Oh, yeah.
That is a phenomenal first 100 games. And you guys.
Reggie, for me, is the true GOAT. Like, I love all the guys that people put in the GOAT conversation. I think Lawrence Taylor's unbelievable. I think he's incredible, some of the things he accomplished. But when you truly look at Reggie White's numbers and you go back and you watch some of that film and you see the stats he was putting up, Reggie White did some unbelievable things. And for me, he'll always be the greatest of all time.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, AJ.
JJ, quick pivot back to, I know we watched that Bill Belichick video. Now, we don't have to show that again. We understand the guy benches 405 for at least 12 to 15 sets of 5, from what I assume, and obviously can probably do 600 pull-ups, not even the kip ups. Real slow pull-ups, too.
It's not even moving, because his chest is so big. He's only got to do that
light work.
Anyways, go ahead.
With that being said, JJ, we're hearing that Bill Belichick might not be the coach of the New England Patriots next year. Do you think that is a possibility? And if so, where do you think would be a good spot for him to go coach next?
Man, it's fascinating. It really is fascinating because how do you transition on from a guy that, you won 6 rings together? He's had such an unbelievable stretch. Obviously, they're going through an extremely tough time right now, but they've created such a level of excellence where you can't, they won't stand for that any longer. So is there a parting of ways? I mean, it certainly looks like it if you just look from the outside looking in. But where does he go next? I mean, I don't know. It's going to look weird no matter where he goes if he does, because it's just going to look weird. But then you also ask the question, is he going to be able to have the GM hat and the head coach hat wherever he goes? I would guess yes. I mean, anybody who's going to want Bill Belichick, they're going to have to give and say, you get to do whatever you want. You're Bill Belichick. You have 6 rings. So it is going to be very interesting. I mean, I know San Diego's been tossed. San Diego on the brain. LA has been tossed around a lot.
Yeah, these guys trying to build a brand over there.
Wake up.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know, because he also has a very specific style of coaching. I mean, we all know that, the Patriot way, the very tough, the disciplined, the extreme way that he coaches and goes about things. So I really don't know, but I'm fascinated to watch. As a fan, it is certainly great for us to talk about for a while.
Certainly. In Lombo, who has obviously been close to the situation up there numerous times, him just acting like, he's probably, he will definitely go coach somewhere else, and didn't say like, nah, Kraft ain't never going to get rid of Bill Belichick. And then allegedly Bill Belichick was the one that might have leaked his 2-year contract extension that he signed to remind the Krafts of how much money he is owed. Like, these are all things that are being speculated. It's like, oh, this is getting real loud, seemingly. This is not...
Can we get Orlovsky? Like, I mean, I saw Orlovsky yesterday. Like, if he knows, just tell us, dude. Like,
I'm all reporter. I'm all reporter.
Yeah.
And then he probably said, I said it yesterday, the way he says yesterday.
Exactly.
The way he says it is like every time. I'm like, who is that?
What's yes? Says it like an asshat.
What a tease.
Yeah, but who is that?
He's trying to sound like he is from a inner city Boston accent town, and he's not.
Oh, that's a Boston act? Yesterday?
Yesterday's no R's. Yeah, that's Boston.
He's not. He's not.
Not even close.
Well, he said he also
dropping your eyes in
Connecticut.
He also said,
Bingo.
I'm not a reporter. That's why I'm not going to say. But he did hear it from somebody who might know.
Right.
I think is how he laid it out. That one went. That one went real big.
There's no rule against it either.
It did go.
Yeah, it did.
I was watching the whole show yesterday. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the show yesterday. I thought you guys did a phenomenal job.
Don't watch our show, JJ. Okay? Don't do that. It's not good. What's that?
Did that feel genuine?
No, he didn't watch the show.
I did it while working out. I watched the whole show while working out. The whole Aaron interview and everything. It was really enjoyable. I enjoyed the whole thing. Aaron broke down some plays really well. I thought the breakdowns of a lot of the plays and actual like football stuff was a lot of fun. And then I like seeing you guys go back and forth. Obviously, Aaron and AJ have got quite the friendship relationship.
Hey, there was a little animosity yesterday, wasn't there? Did you feel it?
I mean, there was a lot of bedroom talk. That threw me for a loop. I wasn't prepared for the bedroom talk. The possibility of that being a lie, what you're lying about, the cornea injury, fascinated me. I jumped on board the conspiracy train.
Oh, okay. So he thinks it's... Oh, I think a lot more people, by the way, AJ, are starting to think that it was when you guys were getting after.
Whoa. What happened then? Okay, so great. Cool. Whatever you think. I don't know exactly what that means.
AJ loves
what would I have taken? What would have gone into my eyeball and chipped out my cornea?
You tell us, pal. I'm sick.
We don't know what you got in there.
You're in Ohio.
Sawzall.
Hey, once again, I don't judge anybody.
Could have been
This was a fingernail from my son.
Yeah, plugged it in and didn't know it was already
You
on.
should run with this. This is like something that's almost like something to be proud of. Like,
we're trying to make an 11th kid. What do you think?
Yeah, let's make it a positive then. Jage, you mentioned Aaron, how he breaks down film and everything. What about everything else that he said and that he does and talks about? Are you a fan? Do you agree with everything that he says?
Say, Grandma, that's what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of stuff that he does that I can't even wrap my head around it. I don't even understand. There's words and phrases and plants, I think. I don't know. There's things that I don't even know what they are. So no, I can't have an opinion.
You and your brother talking about ayahuasca would be that would be a hilarious conversation. You two trying to figure out
if he comes back and plays in 3 months after tearing his Achilles, we're gonna be talking a whole lot about ayahuasca.
D-Bud has a question.
I'm gonna be trying to play for another 4 more seasons. I'm gonna start calling Aaron real quick.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pittsburgh Steelers got you jacked up. You heard, oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. You felt it. You were like, you know what? Yeah, I am still getting under squat rack for some damn reason. I'm just a dad at this point.
Come home,
I'm
JJ.
still getting after it. Is that?
Bring him home.
You started feeling it a little bit, huh? We got a playoff push coming right now. Oh my God, week 11. This is the time. Perfect. This is the time, JJ.
Even TJ yesterday, we were texting about the workout, and even he was like, hey, you're lifting a lot of weight right now. Like, what's all this for? Like, I'm like, but the thing that I keep going back to, because I mean, I'm not an idiot. Like, there's thoughts that always will creep into your head. I always shoot them right down. But like, I have not run, so I'm not like I have not run. I've not run. I've not trained. Certainly, the lifting is absolutely there.
Well, and you smoke every day, right? You smoke every single day.
Cigs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
Reds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys know me. You know, just ripping heaters left and right.
Yep.
Ripping heaters.
Wisconsin.
Marlboro Reds.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's cold up there.
So
I don't know where this came from too. Like, Steelers fans have been doing it for years, obviously, but like recently in my mentions, Lions fans have came out of nowhere. I have no idea.
Come on,
Trash franchise.
Hey, go to Detroit, pal.
You would be a hero forever if you bring that city a Super Bowl. Let's go. You and Hutch, get to the quarterback, JJ.
Oh,
Come on.
Bro, you do the other eye.
Yes.
Oh, dude, you do that other eye.
They don't have chocolate pretzels there,
This is
JJ.
a stupid idea.
Yeah, you're right. TJ
Think
can do
about
it, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys take Hutch's thing.
Yeah.
Because that feels like a little bit too much destiny. You guys had your eyes like this. That would be, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so you're still.
No, 99's not available either, so it's okay. It's a no non-starter.
Yeah, but you could wear number 1 or something. You
Yeah,
can go
or
opposite end.
maybe 2 because
Yeah.
it's your second
Where is
phase
it
of your career.
Where's it not available at?
Detroit, I think.
Anywhere. It's not available. It's not available.
Retired, Detroit?
Oh, dude, this is awesome. You want to play football again.
Wow.
How could you not? Whenever you see those terrible towels.
Yeah.
When you see them Yinzers just
Come on
losing
home,
their
Jason.
mind doing this entire thing.
Watching Burnley on Saturdays. I'm done
These
with
guys
this.
suck.
Yeah.
I need to get some frustration
Whoa.
out. Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
I need to be on the field.
I can't wait till we flip this thing around and I can come
Hell
on
yeah.
here after some wins. That's going to be great.
Hell yeah, we'll be doing this 2030.
Yeah,
That'll happen.
That'll be good. That'll be great. It's a process. It's a transition. We got to do it. Oh my God! I think I just heard JJ wants to play football again.
Yeah, either the Lions or the Steelers.
Oh my God!
Pick your poison.
Oh yeah. You think I would go to? I mean, if you think about it, use our brains for a second here. If you're going to go somewhere, obviously you speak about Pittsburgh because my brother's there. But is there another team that's playing incredibly well right now who's got a quarterback that's crushing it? That's
I got one for
got
you.
a lot of connections. Like, I mean, let's use our brains.
Yeah, I got one for
I
you.
don't think.
I'm struggling actually.
No, I got one for him. No,
I can't think of
I
it.
got one for him. Right
Miami.
there.
I think D-Buck could probably.
Yeah, right down there. There'll be a guy right next to you too, who I was about to ask you about with Sheldon Rankins. 98 just had a.
There you go.
Had a JJ Watt-ish game, 3 sacks.
On the stadium.
Yeah.
He's on the stadium.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's doing this shit again.
Turn down for what?
Yeah.
Punching himself in the face so he can bleed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Scoring touchdowns.
Oh, that would be so sick.
Fade.
He goes up on the bench too. He does
Yeah.
this thing. He's always,
Yeah.
come on. Oh my God, it's back.
Yes.
Guess who's back?
Yep.
Back again. One is back.
Oh, I love this.
In Houston.
The energy, the excitement. If you're sitting at home right now and you're not laughing and having a great time and your mood is raised right now, you're crazy because this show gives it to you every week.
No, JJ, there's people right now going, get this off of my back.
Why is he standing on his chair?
Why does he still have a tank top on? It's damn near winter. Yeah, that's what people are saying, but it feels real, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's on a ticker.
Wasn't even thinking about this coming into it either.
Houston, holy hell, that's just coming out. It's like,
Come
why
on.
not?
So
It's not happening. Nothing's happening.
Detroit, JJ.
Come on home. You can't lie to us now,
Are you
brother.
the first guy to ever play in a stadium that you're already in the Ring of Honor for?
He would be.
You would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It's right in itself.
Wow.
Yeah. You
Break the record, JJ. Be the
movie.
first guy to ever. And after you get a sack, I think you just point up to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yep.
Point up to yourself up there.
or
Telling you
salute yourself up on the wall. You can do the salute.
that's for me.
Yeah. Thank you to me.
All right, let's get back.
Oh, what's next? What should we? I heard there's another players only meeting going on. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, Garrett Wilson was saying on a show with Samini. Samini.
Okay.
He was saying Samini basically that, we just had to kind of, an open forum. Sometimes when players say some things, might listen a little bit more, and we don't want to be down the road and wish back that we would have done this before. And there's then other reports saying it's one of the players only. It was players led.
Players get together.
Players led meeting, like not a players only meeting. I guess there's a chance that there's contradicting names for what happened, but nonetheless, they spoke it out. They're turning the season around, and when Aaron comes back fresh off that Achilles and ayahuasca in a shorter time period than anybody in history, they're going to go and run because they spoke about it. JJ. You don't think that worked? You don't think the Jets really accomplished anything in this players-only meeting? You think players-only meetings are a joke? You think this is all fugazi? Because the way I heard Garrett Wilson say it, this is going to change them.
Yeah. Big time.
Maybe no
I'm
players-only
trying to
meeting.
find out.
Go ahead.
It sounded a little bit like it could have been offense only. I did read a little bit of things that it might have been offense only, which we know can be okay.
Wow.
Well,
full team is an issue. Full team is an issue. We know that. So if it is full team, concerning. I would put it as concerning. But it also makes us follow. So very excited to see the Jets this week. I don't know who they play, but very much looking forward to it.
Players-only meetings, I don't know if we've done the research, really successful in the past.
All the time.
Yeah. Really, right? Don't they kind of 180 a whole team, JJ? Isn't that kind of what we've realized?
Well, what was it? Last week, the Bills had one, offense only, but then their offensive coordinator got fired. So,
and they lost.
Jets play the Bills this week, too.
The Players Only Bowl.
Ooh, players only.
Let's go. This is good.
Somebody's
news.
We're
going to learn.
What if they tie? That would be awesome.
That would be
players
awesome.
only. No winners.
Too much positive juju going on with all the players telling all the tales of each other, and who works harder than everybody else, and who's more locked in than everybody else, and who needs to pick it up.
I thought what Aaron said yesterday was brilliant. Also on the Bills, if they actually just missed that kick, if the Broncos just missed that kick at the end and they win that game, Ken Dorsey's not fired. Like there are multiple levels of butterfly effect here that all unfolded because of a wild 30 seconds at the end of a game. And I thought he was spot on with saying like that can affect so many things down the line. And it's pretty wild that little sequence right there ended his tenure there, and who knows what else happened long term.
It's bananas because that one play says a lot, though. Like week 10, having 12 players on the field for a game-winning field goal, too, that says a lot. Like that.
And it was the weirdest part about that is that the play before they were kneeling it down, and you knew they were kneeling it down. So, like, you had tons of time to figure out what was going on. Like, it's not like there was like, oh, my God, we got to figure it out. It was like, okay, 3 plays in a row, they took a knee. Then they're going to kick the field goal. We got time to figure out what's going on out here, and they still had 12.
Full play clock, too, for that last one, like 24 seconds. So there's a lot. I mean, you could have subbed your entire field goal block team on in that exact time. I mean, there was a lot of failures, but that's why the conversation is had. Like, what the hell's going on in Buffalo?
They did sub.
Yeah, they subbed.
Definitely the OC's fault, though. Definitely the OC's fault.
Pat, do you hate the Broncos doing a NASCAR kick to end the game when they didn't have to?
Do they have any timeouts?
No. Well, they didn't have to kneel it.
Yeah, they would have had to kick it with 18
seconds. I think maybe there was a little bit of
Wish they should have.
A little bit of overreaction.
Okay.
We just want to make sure we have our P's and Q's here. At the end of half, they did it. Executed it properly.
Perfect.
Needed it to happen. This one, a lot of time. I think if we were trying to do this to Vinatieri, I think Vinatieri would have been like, everybody needs to relax. We got nothing but time. Because you wave a towel basically to let everybody know, like, hey, hurry up. Yeah. I think if I started doing that for that particular one video, we put the damn. Okay, everybody relax. Let's make sure we're perfectly.
They could have just slowed it down. They could have just slowed it down a little. I mean,
just
8 seconds left.
Regular.
The one thing I will say is Sean Payton. When I was in Houston, we would practice against the Saints every year in preseason, and he practices situations more than anybody I've ever seen. So that is one thing that he and Drew Brees really, really had down and locked in. So when I saw it at the end of the first half, I knew, like, yes, they have practiced this 100 times. Sean Payton is extremely diligent about making sure every single guy on that field knows what needs to happen at the end of halves, what needs to happen at the end of games, situations, clocks, all that. So that's one thing that they definitely work on. So I think they probably at the end there could have just slowed down just a second, but it all worked out.
Yeah, you got a major in the minors. You know what I mean? And minors are like NASCAR Mayday field goal that'll happen once a year, once 2 years maybe. They had it in 2 games. I don't think the second one was needed, but they end up getting a win. You said whenever you played in Houston, and this kind of launched the whole, holy hell, JJ's going back to Houston. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, we're not worried about the cardio either. We're still trying to figure out where that billionaire's pickleball court is that you've been playing at. But
you're right.
Weird.
Yeah, I know that cardio is on point. But I mentioned him earlier. Sheldon Rankins, big time game this past week. Not a household name, but multiple sacks, and also had that pressure on that pick. One of the picks that Burrow threw. Tell the people something about Sheldon that we don't know.
Yeah, Sheldon and his defense. I mean, C.J. Stroud in the offense rightfully so, getting tons and tons of credit, getting tons of shine for what they're doing. But the defense is doing well, too. D'Amico obviously knows what he's doing. Matt Burke, the defensive coordinator. Sheldon Rankins just bowling over people. Jeez. I mean, just running right over the top of somebody, feeling himself, a little shoulder shrug. Nice sack. Great sack. He had a 3-piece in this game. I mean, I love when guys have big games and they're not necessarily household names. Sheldon Rankins misses the sack the first time, pops up off the ground, gets back, and still gets the sack. Watch this. Run him, push him back, shed him, miss the sack. You know what? Let me get back up. I'm going to chase this guy. Great effort. Go get the sack, finish it. Love it. Oh, yeah. And then here we go. Let's go. Number 3. Just a scrum. Just a pure scrum. Grip strength. That is hard to do.
Round the human. Get over here. Yeah. Get over here.
That hurts your fingers. I mean, any of the old guys know that AQ, me, AJ, we know those fingers are going to be mangled after you're holding on to a jersey like that. Not a good feeling.
So whenever you look at that D-line, you get pretty excited and jacked up about it. You already said you want to play for the Texans this year. What are you thinking? Like, I don't want to do any public negotiation for you. You just love the fact that Houston's in the middle of a run. That is a beautiful thing for not only the franchise, but the entire city and their fans. Is that what I'm kind of hearing?
I mean, I think it's an unbelievably exciting time. They have got a franchise quarterback now who not only plays the game at an unbelievably high level, has legitimately put himself in the MVP conversation. And he also does everything the right way off the field, the way that he goes about his business, the way that he handles his teammates, the way that he is in the community. So when you have that combination and you have the head coach, who's an extremely smart, diligent, young head coach who's leading the team and the city the right way, I mean, you put these pieces together, it is an unbelievably exciting time. And CJ asked for the fans to show up this week in a big way at NRG Stadium. Like, I think that we're about to start to see the energy in Houston reach the old school levels, like the exciting levels, it's going to be a fun time down there, man.
Yeah. Oh, it is going to be a fun time. Oh, okay. Fascinating. I don't know if that means you're going to be there or.
I'm going to Houston for Thanksgiving week, like to be with family, just so you know. Like, so if you see me, I don't want this to blow up. Like, we're going to eat Thanksgiving dinner. I'll be there all week.
Physical. Before Thanksgiving, obviously. Utilize the Thanksgiving meal as a celebration for passing the physical, being in good enough shape to be back in the Houston Texans franchise, not just on the damn stadium. On the field.
That's right.
Well, like a third down package? What are we seeing? How many, you know what I mean? That pickleball? What do we think?
He's in shape. For sure.
Hey, where's that court? I
play tight end.
Where's that court?
What happened with this? I don't even know. Like, I caught like the tail. You guys FaceTime me at random times throughout the day, so I'll be just in my kitchen. I'll be on live television. So what happened?
Appreciate
I don't even know what's going on with the pickleball stuff.
Hey, thanks for answering, by the way. You and Tony Miola are always
the best.
A1.
It is good. You know, it's something our show does that I think was potentially viewed as illegal. For other shows.
That wasn't our fault.
We had Ryan Smith on the show, the owner of the Utah Jazz, friend of the program. BYU Cougar, their football team sucks.
So bad.
He needs to figure out NIL up there quick.
And other things, too, in Utah.
What's that, soaking?
No. Some of their local laws, they could change, mix it up a little.
Yeah, it would.
If I want a double, just give me a double.
What are you talking about?
You're not allowed to get doubles.
Can't order
in Utah.
They're looking out for you.
Yeah,
we were at the airport, and that was tough.
Well,
double what?
You booze bags. All right, just drink one shot.
We just had a great show in Utah. We went to the airport and we wanted to celebrate with a double.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he said, no.
They wouldn't give you.
No. He said you can order 2 drinks at the same time, but I can't pour you a double.
No.
Yeah,
hey,
they said
let me tell you a place you need to go, my friend. Wisconsin. Double, triple, quadruple, whatever.
Right. Yeah, a little different place. But Ryan Smith, owner of the Jazz, friend of the program now at this point. He said you guys play pickleball against each other, and then AJ and I, all of us asked, "Where's the pickleball?" And then you wouldn't answer either. It kind of sounds weird. You guys got a little Illuminati pickleball that you guys play in the league?
On a pickleball court. Where else?
Where?
You both separately said like we're real like sketchy about it, acting like it was some underground lair where you might be doing weird things.
Bingo.
Submarine.
Oh, don't put us in AQ's category here with the underground billionaires club. All right, we don't do that weird stuff. Sweating on each other. We're not like rubbing up against each other.
Dongs out.
Yeah. Heard they had a special guest the other day.
Henry Cejudo was in town.
Whoa. And apparently he's the man.
Stopped by the basement. Everybody loved him. I guess he goes hard down there. But anyways, what underground basement weird shit are you guys doing in this pickleball thing?
I mean, it's pickleball courts. We don't want people showing up at them. What do you mean? Like, I'm not going to tell you the
You're
address.
7
You want
foot
the
tall,
address?
dude.
Should I put it on the air?
Doesn't matter.
No, you don't have to do that. Sorry. But you guys meet up because he lives in a different state than you do. You guys fly You guys fly to a pickleball court to play against each other? Is that what happens?
You and Phelps.
Is it in the sky?
Ian Phelpsy and John Rawl.
Yeah, it is.
Zach Ertz.
It is.
Zach
Those billionaires are in a different.
How come AQ wasn't
different
invited to this
category.
dinner?
Yeah, what a cool. This is the Arizona finest. Where's
Yeah.
AQ Shipley at?
Real
Housewives? I don't get the invite. The Silver
You guys
Leaf,
go to
it doesn't
Chef
look
Buzz?
like. That's got to be Silver.
You know Rom, don't you, AQ?
AQ, our wives were together.
They
the
were.
other day. Our wives, yeah.
AQ's working his way in.
Hell of a pickleball player, too.
Hey, that's a hell of a crew.
That is a hell of a crew.
JJ, that's an incredible squad out there. Arizona really is a fantastic spot, huh?
Oh, AQ will tell you, Arizona is a phenomenal place. There's so many athletes down here, both current and former, and it's really cool to have a friend group like this. Obviously, it was Zach and John's birthday. They have the exact same birthday, so we all went out, got ourselves a little dinner, had a little fun. It was a really, really good night.
Happy birthday to them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Happy birthday, guys.
You guys are like this. Phelps has never taken a supplement in his life. No creatine, no aminos, no protein, nothing. That guy dominated the world with 400 gold medals. 0 whey protein, 0 creatine, nothing.
I don't believe it. You serious? How'd you find this out? How'd we find
That's what I said. I asked him 3 times. I was like, dude, I don't believe you. I literally do not believe you.
Pre-workout?
He's like,
Nothing?
no, I don't.
He's all doped up.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Zero.
he does the weed.
Yeah, he smoked so much weed, which I appreciate.
Yeah, that's
The
how
good
he did it.
stuff.
That was his PED. Let me go ahead and get some vitamins THC in me. And then also, he's like, when you shake his hand, is it like an avatar? Like his arms, right, are built
lanky.
Like, and then does he have like the webbed hands too? Don't they say like he has webbed hands
And feet.
He's like built to be a fish, right?
Yeah, and he'll do that back slap thing where I mean, it is unbelievable.
yeah.
He's incredible. He's impressive. He told me this was a cool thing. This is like a celebrity name drop thing, but he was like, "Bring your son." My son's 1. He was like, "Bring your son over. We'll teach him how to swim." I was like, "Yep, I will bring my son over, and you will teach him how to swim." That'll be awesome. Thank you.
Who's Co's swim coach? Michael Phelps.
Might have heard of him.
Heard of him?
Michael Phelps. Who's his golf coach? John Rahm. Yes, thank you. This is great. Who coaches him in soccer? Kaylee and Julie Ertz. Oh, great. This is great. I hope this kid turns out to be freaking awesome.
Man, AQ, who coaches your son in swimming?
It sounds like I'm trying to get the same coach.
Come on.
How do I get in
over
here? Yeah, really.
Well, you got to get out of that basement.
Yeah, exactly.
You're rolling around in that basement. You know what I mean? You got some.
Well, JJ said, AQ will tell us how friendly it is. AQ's told us he's had trouble making friends. So, I mean, it makes sense he had to go to the basement because he doesn't get invited out by these guys.
That's exactly right.
I think
if I want to be a fighter, I go there.
literally blocks apart. We live like blocks apart.
You don't have to rub it in his face,
Yeah,
JJ.
jeez. You don't like him that much?
And we get it.
I don't know why I don't get any calls.
Well, you're busy.
Change numbers?
When do you get back, AQ? Tomorrow?
Tonight.
Look at this.
You want to get dinner?
Tonight.
Hang out tonight.
Call you Saturday.
No, I go for like a. Let's go for a walk tomorrow morning. I take the little man for a walk.
Oh, yeah. Phelps.
Let's go.
Oh, my God. This is a huge deal.
New crew?
Don't go to that basement with him. Just go to the Houston Texans.
No, I will not be going to the basement. I can tell you that. That is something that I don't understand.
You let AQ creep in there. Yeah, AQ sells his basement pretty hard.
Yes, he does.
They got Henry Sahua go in there. Ty has a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, JJ, you mentioned possibly going back to the Lions earlier. When you watch them, how demoralizing would it be to be on a defense again? I mean, they're going for it on 4th down all the time. Guys are just running wide open. What do teams in the NFL need to do to try to slow down the Lions right now? Because they are a juggernaut.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, they have incredible line play, which is great. I think their offensive and defensive lines do a great job. I mean, they've obviously built that team from the inside out, which, I mean, I think is a massive key to success in this league. But one of the things that I think is fascinating about the Lions, if you just took a casual fan, not somebody that necessarily watches the film or breaks down the stats, but a casual fan, you said, what do you think about when you think about the Detroit Lions? You would say tough, gritty, grind it out, these wins where they kind of do that DMC, all that stuff.
All right.
But if you actually look at it, they have one of the top 2 or 3 offenses in the NFL. They are putting up numbers at an incredible rate, and that offense is operating so efficiently. They're putting up, number 2 in yards per game, 406 yards per game. They're not just grinding it out. They are putting up points. And then you combine that with Dan Campbell's mentality, with that Detroit tough, gritty mentality, with going for it on fourth down. All of that together in one package is why the Lions are just dominating right now, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And I think people in Detroit have to be just living the dream right now because they've been an incredible fan base for a very long time, and they've been through some very, very tough years. So they deserve to have some fun, and this has got to be a whole lot of fun for them.
Hell yeah, Foxy.
Let's go.
Love the brand new Lions. They're averaging 406 yards a game. Averaging. Okay, so sometimes lower, sometimes much higher. An average of that. How many games has it been since the Pittsburgh Steelers have put up 400 yards of offense?
Since Matthew
57
became, thank you.
Is that the number?
57 games?
57. Yeah, I do it every week. Like on CBS, we go every week. We talk about the AFC North, obviously, but they give me the stat, and every single week, I know it. It's 57 now.
They're averaging what you guys haven't been able to get in 50. Same league.
Steelers ran for 200 this week, though. Got to say that. That's a big improvement.
That's even worse, though, here and
Were they playing Penn State's defense?
Well, right.
But they're 6-3 guys. That's like we do have to get to a point where we're like, okay, they're not putting up the numbers, they're not doing this, not doing that, but they're winning football games. Like you want to talk about because I brought this up on CBS on Sunday. Like Kenny Pickett now hasn't turned the ball over one time in 5 games. He hasn't thrown an interception. He hasn't fumbled one time in 5 games. So they're getting them to the fourth quarter, and then they're finding a way to win the game in the fourth quarter. It's not pretty. You're not putting up these huge, massive numbers. They're not throwing the ball over the middle at all, literally.
Ever.
I mean, they are literally not putting the ball over the middle in the field, which is wild. But they're keeping everything safe. They're keeping everything. Why not?
Yeah, why are they throwing in the middle?
I think it's. I mean, I don't know the actual answer to that. I think it's one of two things. It's either the offense.
Awesome.
The offense is not core. The offense is not coordinating throws over the middle. They're not creating. Dude, how crazy is that? Like, look at that. There is not a single throw between the hashes. Not one single throw between the hashes. Everything is short of 10 yards and outside the numbers, basically. So that tells me one of two things. Either we're not scheming up the right plays to get these types of passes and to have these crossing routes or to get these middle throws, or you don't trust to be able to do that. It's one of those two things. We don't know which, obviously.
Tiny, speak up for yourself, please.
But they're winning games, so you can't say too much. They're 6-3. Like,
yeah,
how mad can you be?
I'm starting to worry it's not Matthew America's fault because there's some screenshots coming out of wide open wide receivers running down the middle of the field, and we're hitting our checkdowns though. We're moving the ball down the field. That's something too. But 6-3 though. I mean, there's a chance. There is a high chance. That they are number 1 in the AFC after this week.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
If Houston beats the Jags, the Eagles beat the Chiefs, and we beat the Browns, we are number 1 in the AFC.
And listen to the fans. They've never been more grateful for
That's
that. Right? Ain't that right?
Very, very right. And, that'll be awesome. But, JJ, I did want to ask you. I think I saw TJ played basically every snap on defense on Sunday. And you were talking about how you haven't done any running or anything like that. Is TJ doing extra running? Because he was rushing a lot on Sunday.
That's Max Crosby stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of, as a pass rusher, you generally have an idea going into the game when you're going to take your breaks or when it's going to be. And I know for a lot of pass rushers, for myself and for TJ for a long time, it's been generally the third series of each half. That was always my thing. Third series of each half, you're going to sit out the start of it, and then you'll go in on the third down. And you'll kind of get back into it that way. And then throughout the rest, if a drive goes longer than, let's say, 5 or 6 plays, generally for me it was about 6 plays. Like after 6 plays, you're not going to be able to give everything you can possibly give, so you might want to get out at that point.
Offensive linemen get out 6 plays in?
We don't believe in rotating.
Wow.
We just go.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't run anywhere.
What's your problem?
Yeah,
you do run. I mean, have you watched the league?
You guys are walking together tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys stay in like a 3 foot by 3 foot area the whole time. Yeah. No, this is a debate that I love getting into with offensive linemen. I said something stupid one time in college, and my strength coach called me out on it. I was like, "Yeah, you give me 3 months to train, I could be a great offensive lineman." And my strength coach whipped his head around. He goes, "What the hell did you just say?" And I was like, I was just I wasn't even a starter at that point. I was just speaking reckless. Like offensive line is a very tough. I'll give you guys credit.
Well, you'd be a tackle though. You'd be a tackle. I think you could probably do it, don't you?
I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it, but yes, I do think I could do it.
With all due respect, strength coach. 3 months still.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right. Maybe I'll start starting over there.
Kick set, punch. Kick set, punch.
Yeah, give him the tip. You got a great
pass off the game.
You got to stay square too, not give anything away, and make sure when you're kicking, you stay square. You got to get to your spot, JJ. I don't know if you know that. Like if I was playing you, I know you got a different skill set, so I'm trying to get to my spot, let you come to me. You know what I mean, JJ? That's what I'm trying to do.
Major keys. Number 1, get off the ball before the ball's actually snapped. Number 2, just grab any jersey you can find. They're not going to call it anyway. Don't worry. Are we done? I can hear the ESPN music playing. I want to make sure I time it up properly.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. That's been Trenches Wednesday. You're the best. Boom.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Missed it.
Missed it.
Yeah. It's tough. That's a tough exit because we've been waiting for it all hour.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, could have done it. You missed it by 2 seconds, I think.
That's the first time I heard the music. That's the first time I actually got the cue that we're going to. Yeah, I tried.
I think you had a pretty good performance.
So what's going on?
No F-bombs.
So. Yeah, no F-bombs.
Huge deal.
Why were you trying to get him to say whale's vagina? Would his grandma be upset with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
she's probably not watching anymore.
Do you say that to your grandma at Thanksgiving?
Every year.
If I was describing that movie, I don't know if she would get the joke, but she might.
We don't know your grandma.
What are you hosting Thanksgiving, AJ?
Yeah, we're having a bunch of people here.
All of Ohio, right?
Yeah, he's the president of Ohio.
Yep.
JJ, where you're going to Houston? Is that your family lives
What
in
family's in Houston?
Kush, Brian and Megan and their kids. So everybody will all go down there. Her family will fly in.
Kush still work for the Texans right now?
No. He's got a gym down there, and he coaches his kids baseball and football.
Has he gotten
smaller?
smaller?
Man works out.
What's he look like? Is he
not a single iota? Not a single. Him and AJ could still be middle linebackers in the NFL without a doubt.
So your guy Kush, Senior Bowl. I got a chance to meet him. What a legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. I didn't get a chance to, I wish I was teammates with the guy, to be honest with you. I couldn't even fathom what it was like. I was out one game against you guys. I got suspended because of a little dust up at 4 a.m. During a bye week. During a bye week, I was suspended for a Monday Night Football game. They brought in a guy to punt, and I forget his name. Good dude. Been around the NFL a long time. And Kush killed that man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Kush killed that man. He punted a ball, and he was jogging down the field.
Capanos, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Jeremy Capanos. Yeah. And
Jeremy.
Kush, I believe.
Ear hold him.
Yeah. And this guy turned that son of a bitch sideways. He hit the ground, and I was watching it, and I'm like, God damn. I am happy. At halftime, they had to get, Capanos was like, I think I'm good for the rest of the game. They were like, no, we need you.
Get out there.
Yeah, we need you. So I've always in my head been like, man, I'm fucking thankful that Kush decided to kill the punter in the one game that I missed this entire thing. So
he's a psycho, man. I'll never forget the game that picture is from, where he willingly took off his own helmet to then headbutt a man with a helmet on. I mean, that is unbelievable stuff.
Thanks for your service to football, Kush.
Love you, Kush.
What a legend, dude.
That's old school, man. They had him, Clay Matthews. I mean, that USC defense that they had back then was
Ray. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
Ray has the heaviest head ever. Like Ray, oh man, that's a crew.
And Feely Moala was a D tackle for that team. Yeah. He came to the Colts, so it was Feely, Clay, Ray, Kush. That was they were all at the Senior Bowl, or whatever. It was like. Pretty good squad.
Taylor Mays, too.
Yeah. Taylor Mays, the single, if you were going to have a football player sent somewhere and be like, this is what a football player looks like, Taylor Mays was probably the best silhouette of a football player ever created.
Dog. That USC team back then.
Unbelievable.
So sweet.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Now, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Oh, here we go.
Watch.
Boom. What?
Now takes off his own helmet. All
right, this guy wants something, huh?
Oh.
All right, that's it, bitch.
TJ probably ate you.
That guy, whenever he hit, yo, bro, you got no help.
Yeah, TJ Ward. Okay, dude? You're bleeding like crazy.
What's wrong with this white dude? This guy.
He's just crazy.
This guy's a crazy man. Took his helmet off to headbutt me. Have you seen this? D'Amico, head coach of the Houston Texans. Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, he gave me a couple.
Yeah, linemen should get penalized.
Jeez.
Definitely.
Dude, that defense was wild, man. We also had Kareem Jackson, who obviously just lays hits on people left and right. We had dudes on that defense. We had Mario Williams, we had Antonio Smith, Connor Barrow, and Brooks. I mean, that defense was loaded. Jonathan Joseph at corner, Glover Quinn.
Was Swearinger there yet?
Not yet, but he was there. He was there a couple of years later. Yeah, he'd lay the lumber.
Who was the dude? Who was the dude you guys had on special teams? Long hair.
Brian Brayman.
Dog. That guy was a dog.
I used to hear his name a lot.
Fascinating human being.
Not his actual name, but
yeah, they used to describe him by the size of his head. Huge head.
Yeah, dome.
His head was the longest head I've ever seen in my life. Used to stick out underneath the helmet.
Like a horse.
And that helmet was coming right for my fucking right leg every time I kicked. Every single time, this guy with his hair. He was somehow jumping the snap. He knew exactly where he was at. He broke my leg one day, but my leg didn't break somehow.
Nice.
Which is really cool. That guy. Dog.
The monster.
Yeah.
Now he cuts
Super
our
Bowl
hair.
champ. Won a Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Yeah. He's a huge part of it. I couldn't even imagine him in that long. This dude was awesome.
He does have a long face.
I love Brayman, dude. That guy, he came one day in the locker room, he came up to me and he was like freaking out. And I was like, Brian, what's going on, man? He's like, dude, I got to go take my physical. And I was like, okay, what about it? And he was like, I think they're going to fail me, man. I got terrible teeth. And I was like, what? He's like, I think they're going to fail me, man. I got terrible teeth. And I was like, Brian, I can promise you one thing. They're not going to fail you for your teeth.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. All right, so the guy is just as big as a legend as I thought.
Yeah.
All right. He's ripped, by the way. He's shredded.
Oh, yes.
So all this
Legend.
nostalgia.
Guy is fast as hell, huge, and not afraid of anything. Will just throw his head anywhere. I mean,
anywhere.
Great man.
This is a good little trip down memory lane, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, what a pick.
Absolutely strapped this guy. But yeah, it's kind of nice trip down. Yeah, he was Yeah, dude, his body was wrapped around my leg. Like literally wrapped around my leg while I was kicking. Kicked the ball still. He was wrapped around my knee. Like, you missed it, bud. You're about a yard off there. You know what I mean? But his body.
How many punts did you have blocked in your career?
I think he blocked 2. I think he got 2 on me. I think that's it.
Those are the only ones ever?
I think. There it is. Yeah. He's way off. I punt that ball.
Yeah.
I still punt that ball. 30-some yards.
Shut up.
No big deal.
What?
Yeah, my leg bends around his body. Should have been completely broken. Like, should have been. But his ripness actually acted like a cast on my leg as it wrapped around it. He did apologize. Like, you all right, is what he said.
Nice.
Like, yeah, I think. What the hell? Hey, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
What was that? He was a dog.
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're on YouTube.
I got.
That's what I want to know.
That's
That picture looks like it's snapped ligaments. It looks like it's broken bones.
Yeah.
That's
31-yard punt, I think.
Just an
So,
athlete.
Boom.
Just something to talk about. Speaking of athlete, hey, JJ, how many people you
No.
Oh, with that Burnley stock going the other way.
Oh, yeah. It needs to hold
We got some
on.
little relegation coming up. We ain't doing that many
Put it
giveaways.
up. Put it up. I saw the lacrosse throw yesterday. That was horrendous. So I hope you have another one of those.
Look, it wasn't
it's
with
not
a
gonna-
lacrosse ball.
It's a hockey ball.
Gage.
And also, I want to hit it's not good for the
You
viewer.
didn't even make it halfway. You didn't even get halfway.
Bro, should I aim high here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, be careful. You don't want that thing to hit any lights.
I don't think, but I think it'll stick to it longer. All right, so if I make this with your shit-talking ass, sounds like you're getting back in the Sunday mood.
Yeah.
Big time. That's why he's going to Cushing's. Go through a nice little workout, see if he still got it.
Yeah. Hey, Cush, take me to your gym.
Test me.
Let's put the mask on me.
Yep.
Like the Gatorade commercial.
Uh-huh.
Let me see my resting metabolic rate.
Turn on,
and my
remember the
big
name.
lung thing. Yeah. This is 20% luck, 30%
skill,
50% cardio, power, and will. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be. How many? What am I doing here? What the fuck?
I mean,
is this how I hold this thing?
Maybe move that top hand up.
You got
No. Keep
Put the Golden Dome helmet on. It helps.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Half-assed it. Got a fresh new haircut.
Does Tyler throw lacrosse balls around, or
I would assume so.
He is lacrosse.
This
he would
one
hit
ain't
the
gonna
first guy
fit.
every
I
time.
don't think this one's gonna fit.
It's buckled.
That looks cool.
buckled.
That looks cool. I will give you that.
What's up, boys?
Is that a real helmet?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Warm up.
yeah, it's a Golden Dome.
Oh yeah. They wear the chrome.
What's this called? Power cradle.
That's power cradle.
I'm power cradle.
If you want to do a front cradle,
Who? I'm doing a full whoop-de-woo?
Yeah, if you want.
Woody-woo. Oh, you worried now, huh? How about this? 25 people, $500. I put this hockey ball out of the lacrosse stick into that hoop right over there, JJ.
After yesterday's performance, I'm willing to risk that, yes.
Let's make it 30 people then.
Yeah,
30 people.
might as well.
Power cradle.
Let's go with 50.
I'm retired. Like, I don't got the cash flowing in.
Yeah, but you're getting back on the field. We just learned that today. That was the big takeaway from today is you're playing for the Houston Texans this year.
Yep.
That's cool.
Next week.
Detroit.
No, he's out on Detroit.
Yeah.
Sorry, fellas.
He loves Michigan.
Yeah, but big power cradle.
I play well in that stadium. Every time I played in that stadium, I love it.
Stink,
I love playing in
JJ.
Detroit.
Well, the Houston Stadium as well.
Yeah, touchdown on
There
Thanksgiving.
it is. The hands were perfect.
Right here?
There. Yeah.
All right, JJ, this is your ass. 30 people, $500 when this hockey ball is in there.
Don't be afraid to fucking whip that thing either.
All right.
He seems afraid.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Should I am tired.
Got through the. I mean, that's a goal. That was
Yeah,
bottom
that's
left.
great.
Yeah,
Perfect
bouncy
shot.
goal.
Lacrosse is tough, dude. It's a tough sport. I don't think I fully understand it. I wasn't built for it. I don't think I was built for it. My head doesn't fit.
You're more of a side shot guy.
Yeah, agreed.
Same rules apply.
Oh.
Oh, no. Yep.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Holy shit.
JJ at the buzzer there.
Splash.
There was no agreement there. There was no agreement.
All right. Hope you're happy. That was great. Hey, you did. Today's was a good one. Today's felt like a good one.
Great. Yeah.
There was a lot of energy, a lot of juice.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
Fantastic. I mean, if people don't love this show, they got to check themselves. They need to check themselves.
JJ, there are a lot of people checking stuff out then. You know what I mean? From what I've been told. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, appreciate the hell out of you, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate you, boys. Have a great one.
Unless you're
Yeah, will we see him?
back in the Houston Texans locker room.
Hey, from the team facility, yeah.
When's that happen, you think? Let's just
I might train there. I train there a lot. That's where I train.
Oh,
I might train there.
Okay, so let's just.
It's a great gym.
We're spitballing here.
Yeah.
Spitballing.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the perfect week to get back? Like 13, probably.
Yeah.
Right? 13 feels like 18-week season. 13th week feels like the right one. A little bit over a month to get to your best football, which is going to be playoffs, or maybe a week before then, so you can get back into football shape. What are we? If you had to, just spitball.
Just spitballing.
I mean, you know how nice it is to wake up on a Monday morning and just feel good. It just feels great.
That wasn't the question.
Like that is the one thing that trust me. I'll think about it. I'm not opposed to thinking about it. But like when you actually wake up on a Monday morning and your fingers feel good, your back feels good, your legs, your knees feel good. You're like, why would I not want this every time?
Because legacy.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In an environment and a culture, one that you cultivated for a long time, seems to be back better than ever. Former teammate of yours is now leading the prize. I mean, here we go.
Perfect.
That's why you would do that. And how many Mondays do you have in the offseason? How many Mondays do you have forever? So many. So many Mondays to feel good. So many Mondays to feel good.
How's your daughter doing, by the way? I haven't asked about her in a while. How's your daughter?
Well, I don't like how you just handled that, but I do appreciate you bringing up Mackenzie. She's great. Got a great personality. She's standing. She's moving. She might walk before she crawls, which is, I don't know if that's good or that's bad. Love everything about her. Mama kicking ass. It's great. How about you? How's parenting?
That's great, man. I love it. It's great. He's walking around. He's moving fast now. So we're trying to get him. He's kicking a soccer ball around the backyard a little bit, like just accidentally, which is great. It's awesome. It's the best.
Imagine him on the sideline while turned down for what's playing.
Oh, he's doing
Daddy.
it.
Daddy.
AQ will tell you tomorrow after our walk. You can see him tomorrow on the walk.
That's right, baby AQ.
Can't wait.
Hey, let's make sure we understand.
Weather's great right now.
You're in retirement. You're losing weight.
Yep.
He's coming back, so let's make sure we do a little brisk walk.
Yep.
A little cardio.
Test it.
A little conditioning going.
Yeah,
This
he
guy.
said he hasn't run. We're gonna get a little pace going.
Yeah,
There you go.
AQ's not
I don't know how AJ, how many kids do you really have?
4.
Dude, that is a lot. That is a lot of work. That is an
You guys will be
incredible
there.
amount of work.
You guys will be there soon.
Oh, I don't think we're going to 4, man. I do not think we're going to 4.
Totally healthy.
You done?
Corneas?
Yeah, we're probably done. We're not officially done. I'm not clipping anything yet.
The eye.
Oh.
The eye might.
We both. Well, yeah, we should be done. Yeah, we're done most likely.
Most.
What's that mean?
This guy's awesome.
Snip, snap,
Well,
snip, snap.
we're both like 1%. We're both like we're both in the same mindset. We're like, yeah, we'd take another one, but we're not.
Oh, another
Interesting.
kid.
Teaser.
Holy hell. They're adding JJ to the team. They're signing.
I think they are. Also, with the show schedule, it's hard to try to get in and get clipped as well. That's another thing that adds to it. Like, when would I go?
What, snip, snap? They can do it at your house now.
How long does it take? How long?
You can do it yourself, come to your house.
Yeah,
It's like
Bob,
the great come to us.
Bob will do it for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. You're right. I can call a couple of my
Where are you guys this weekend?
JMU, Harrisonburg.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's in Virginia.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the hills of Virginia.
Hey.
Western Virginia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm excited to get down there.
Pumped.
A lot of friends live close to there that I went to school in West Virginia.
Okay.
I think it's only like very close to the West Virginia border.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm excited to get down there. Should be fun. Learn a lot about them. They have like the biggest crowd maybe on record for College Game Day. The last time they were there, it was like the most amount of humans, I think, from what I've been told and what I've seen. So pumped to get down there, JJ. You want to come? Jonas Brothers are performing.
Yeah.
That'll be the Jonas Brothers are performing?
Yeah. Joe Bros, Saturday morning.
Goddamn
You heard him right.
Wow.
Strong enough.
I mean,
it's their new song.
Yeah, it's sick.
Good one. Also, play the hits. Let's not go too far away from the hits, too.
I don't think you're going to be hearing the hits on Saturday. This is a new hit.
No, Burn It Up?
Oh, what?
Is it like a 2-hour
They
concert?
always
Or?
play Burning Up.
Okay.
I think they're playing Strong Enough during the program.
Okay.
And then I believe there is a little bit extra Joe Bros.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. From what I've been told, just ear to the ground on the situation because I've been on Joe Bros train for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to meet Nick and Joey and Logan.
Yeah. Maddie. Maddie and Jeff.
Joey and Logan. Who's the guest picker?
I don't know. I do not know.
The other brother.
It's not the Joe Bros. It's not the Joe Bros. They're performing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, they're going to be.
I got a question because I haven't followed it closely enough. How do you choose how much money the kick's worth every week?
It just goes up. It's gone up. It's just kind of gone up.
All right, because like one week I saw it was like $225,000. Then it
Well,
was like 60 grand.
Okay, so it starts with just my money, and then Herbstreit will get a look at the person that's kicking, and then get a little information, and then Herbie will be like, "For this, I'll match. If this one goes in, I'll match." And then one time, Desmond was peer pressured into being forced to also match, so it got up to $225,000. But they literally, there was no shot of that particular one going in.
It was the lacrosse ball of kicks is what it was. Yeah.
Don't like what you just did there, but yes, that is an accurate assessment. We appreciate you. You'll match this weekend, yeah? 95,000 or 90,000?
Absolutely not. No, I won't. The JMU seems like they could have some good kickers in the crowd. They seem like they could have some good kickers in the crowd, and no.
It's for the kids.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who is in the Houston Texans Ring of Honor and will be the first player to ever play in a stadium in which he has been memorialized on the stadium.
Yep. Wow.
J.J. Watt. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
All right, let's take a break. We got Top Dolla on the other side. He's got a food drive happening this weekend for Sarah's house over there at the Michigan-Maryland game happening. He's in WWE, was in the NFL, played for the University of Maryland. Good dude, friend of the program. AJ Francis is his name.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
I remember when he came on last time when he was doing this last year.
Yeah, it was for the Ohio State game last year. I think this year it is the Michigan game. I think they just kind of pick whichever one near the holidays and the biggest.
Smart.
Can't wait to chat with him. And then we got a big college basketball surprise.
Let's go.
Right. College basketball.
Yeah.
A commitment.
Ooh.
Wow.
Love those.
Shit.
Might change the landscape of college basketball. Really?
Forever.
Yeah.
Whoa. This show. All right. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Take 5.
What's up, y'all? It's Pac-Man Jones, and we back with another session of Undercover Dog. He's an undercover dog. He's an undercover dog for sure. My first dog is Devin Singletary. This week he had 30 carries for 150 yards. He's quick with his cuts. He's in and out his breaks. He got more yards against the Bengals than Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and Chris McCaffrey. My second undercover dog is Boy Maffei. And this play right here sets a franchise record. 7 games, 7 sacks. You will not forget this name. My third undercover dog tonight is Mike Ford. He had 2 PBUs, 2 tackles, and an interception. I don't know if you guys got to see this guy. He's very physical as a corner. Check out this play right here. Brown fans said this play changed the game. But check out the next play. Hit stick and a pick. That's why he's my third undercover dog. On Twitter, hit me up. Hashtag undercover dogs. I'm trying to find all the undercover dogs around the league. He's an undercover dog. He's an undercover dog for sure.
I had no idea what to expect whenever I came out here to Utah. Shock that.
Yeah,
Shock that.
I can't make it.
Steve Smith Sr. Ladies and gentlemen, Pac-12 champion, head coach of the Utah Utes football team, pulling in on a Harley-Davidson Sportster, I do believe, Coach Kyle Whittingham.
Lot of blessings piling up that I ain't even wished for. None left over for y'all. I'm locking the fridge door at the crib, cutting hits. I read through the catalog, came to conclusion, no one's touching this. Just finished the maiden voyage, hopping off the Mayflower. Said I'm shot to kill them off, whatever the take down. Seen the boats, I'm at home. I'm selfish with the goals.
I mean, you got to do it. It is 34 degrees out here in the back-to-back Pac-12 champions. Mighty Utah student section has been here in abundance. They've been loud. In today's a day where they showcase to the world that it's not just Mormons and soaking in Utah. No. It's great football and an incredible fan base. They've been so kind. I appreciate the hell out of you all. Have you ever thought something negative about a kicker before in your entire life?
Yes.
All right, relax, dude. Okay. Boston Connor was drinking with Dwayne Wade last night. $225,000. Let's remember this day forever, Cameron. You know that 29 out of the last 30 home games that happens right here at the University of Utah, the Utah Utes win. Cam Rising said yesterday, we don't lose at home, and today, they ain't losing. This place is going to be soaking in celebration this evening. You guys were absolutely jacked, dude.
Lighting's great.
Everybody's got Bryce Young, Will Levis, and Will Anderson above C.J. Stroud, allegedly.
Lock him in.
We will 1,000,000% continue to drive that narrative.
That is right.
Because with what my eyes seen, AJ, and what you have seen, if C.J. Stroud ends up at the Colts at number 4, I'm happy about the future of the Colts all of a sudden.
Yep.
So this will be the last time we say this. C.J. Stroud is the best quarterback in this draft class.
That's right, for sure.
We are massive fans of them. And whenever we say, whatever we say over the next few months before the draft, we would like it to not be held against us because we know we are a part of the entire system here. And we need C.J. Stroud and Indy.
Have to have him.
Plus, it's really fun to say Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah, we need him to go Dahn to the 4th pick.
Yeah, you think they have to trade up? Because Texans are right there at 2, and, you know, those are the 2 quarterbacks of the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's an opportunity and a chance for us to move, too. We got a lot of pieces to the puzzle that aren't necessarily going to be there in the future, probably. You bundle that with the 4 overall pick, I think you could maybe move up to 1.
Yeah.
And then you get C.J. Stroud.
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Trenches Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. Hour 3 of the program starts now.
Football
is happening in a beautiful way. That man right there lost 1/3 of his cornea on Sunday. He's battling through, even though he's putting cigar smoke into it all damn day. That's the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, A.J. Hawk. The Talks Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. 9-year NFL vet and stud Darius J. Butler is here.
Yes,
and 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion A.Q. Shipley, who is in the trenches, still to be debuted this week later in the program. Joining us now is a 6-year NFL vet. Man out of the University of Maryland, played in the NFL. Then he would go on to the WWE and become a man who people ask questions, who's hotter, not nada, than this man. Ladies and gentlemen, Top Dolla, AJ Francis.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man. It's about to go Dahn.
Nailed it. That's good Pittsburgh East, pal. I appreciate the hell out of you. How have you been? You look fantastic, brother.
I'm blessed, man. I'm just very grateful for this opportunity from you. I got a really big event this weekend as the Maryland Terrapins take on number 2 Michigan. We're going to knock them Wolverines off. It's an away game, so you never know what they might be up to. But, we got the we got the canned food drive going. You got, we're feeding a lot of homeless kids and families in Severn, Maryland, man. It's a really good opportunity for me to get back to my community. You can bring canned foods, non-perishables, baby wipes, baby formula, baby diapers, anything to the gates of the game when you pull up, and it'll be a good time, man.
Yeah, and we got a chance to chat with you last year whenever you did this, and we were so impressed by it because we thought it was awesome. You were like directly across the street, I believe, from the place that this benefits, and obviously you're a Maryland alum. Doing it on the biggest weekend near the holiday season is a beautiful thing. Would definitely have you back to chat about it, brother. How can people who aren't going to be in,
man?
How can people who aren't in Maryland help if we wanted to dive in, AJ?
I believe I gave your producer the link. You can donate directly to Sarah's house, man. You can donate directly. It's a Catholic charity in University in Maryland. The University of Maryland helps me out with them a lot. When you donate to them, man, it goes directly to them. They're, like I said, 80% of the people at Sarah's house are kids. So that's why, it holds a special place in my heart to be able to give back to them, man. And, shout out to all the sponsors like Tones Pass and Global Athletics that helped me put this event on, man. It's a really good time. And, one of these days we got to get you guys out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Football season's a little bit wild, but maybe if Maryland gets a little bit better, there will be a chance to go there. Until then, we will certainly support your cause. Go ahead, Hawker.
How was it? I'm curious. Last year, I believe you did this drive during the Ohio State game. How have you seen this thing grow? This is what, the 7th annual, I believe you said. So, how is it going from year 1 to now?
It's been great, man. Like, the growth every year is crazy because I get more opportunities to share the word thanks to guys like you. Ohio State, we had a close game with y'all last year, man, but you guys end up pulling it out in the end. It's funny because we always end up getting Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State for this game. So it's like a blessing from above to be able to get a good game with a good crowd to be able to have people get back.
I heard you talk a little bit about the away games and who knows what's going to be going on. Connor Stallion has resigned and he's left the Michigan football program, so we'll never hear from him again. This Michigan team, though, they're good. Hey, this is and there's a chance, and we're just kind of floating it out there in hopes of it happening. John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens, plays on Thursday, game in Maryland. Maybe he's head coach of Michigan this week. Yeah. Maybe a guest head coach. Wow. I don't know how Maryland folks will feel about it, but how's your Maryland team?
Special guest referee?
Yeah, special guest. Exactly. But how do you feel about the Maryland team, and what do you think about the whole Michigan story? As a man who obviously Maryland great and played in the NFL, people forget about that because your WWE success.
Yeah, it's funny because people act like Michigan's the only college that sends people to away games. Like, we all know that's not the case, right? We're not going to talk about it. People ain't going to admit to it, but everybody knows that everybody is trying to get every advantage. Every, assistant GA on the sideline is watching the other team put signals in to try to read their signals during the game. In the NFL, we're watching the TV copy so we can get the snap count. You know, like we're doing all the things to try to get the advantages that people don't talk about, right? But, you know, when you get caught in those situations, you know, you got to pay the Pied Piper. That's how it is. But it is really good to be able to, like, you know, see the fact that the Michigan Wolverines are number 2 in the country and they're coming into College Park. And if Maryland knocks them off, you know, my boy Locks, he's going to be 7-5, 7-4, I think, you know, and, you know, they're already bowl eligible, thank God, and they'll be able to get a lot more opportunities going forward if he gets the biggest win of his tenure as the head coach at Maryland.
Maryland and Rutgers going to Big Ten at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So Rutgers stinks so bad, there's just a conversation. You know what I mean? Maryland now, we're bowl eligible. Here we go. Let's get this thing rolling as the Big Ten continues to grow. How's WWE going? What do we got? What are we doing? Where are we at?
Now, you know, at the end of the year, we'll be going somewhere else. But it's a good time.
I didn't know that. We got big free agent. Top Dolla's about to be on the market.
Yeah, so at the end of the year, we'll be going somewhere else. But, you know, it's a good time, man. I'm very grateful, very blessed for the opportunities they provided for me, you know, while I was there. And at the end of the day, man, I wanted to be in WWE my whole life. And I've been in WWE for the last 3 years. And, you know, going forward, there is nothing that is going to stop me from wrestling, man. I love it so much. You know what it's like, man. Like I said this before. I played Thursday night football, Thanksgiving night, make a TFL to help, you know, beat the Giants on Thanksgiving night. And that compares to nothing like walking through that curtain, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like it. You know what that is, man. And I might not be the leading tackler in the history of my football teams, but I am the leading tackler in the Francis family. So I'll take that.
Hell yeah, as you should. You had a great career both in the NFL and in WWE. Can't wait to see what you do next. And you're giving back to your community. I'm always going to be a big fan of Top Dollar. I appreciate the hell out of you, man.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. I thank you guys for having me on. And, you know, I wish Pac was here because I had a bar for him. But, you know, I'm going to just let it go.
Pac actually today, massive day for Pac.
Huge day.
Massive day for Pac, man.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of bars, I mean, obviously, you were putting out like a song every 2 days on your Twitter and absolutely murdering everything. Pac-Man's rap career, I think he's about to take a massive move, I think,
That's
from
cool.
what we're hearing. Let's go, Pac. Let's go, you.
Pac.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Shout
Maryland.
out, Pac.
Hey, yeah, shout out to you, too. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Francis. Thank you, buddy. All right, so Sarah's house. Got to help that out.
Yep.
Anybody giving back to the community, I think it's a good thing.
It's the time of year to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to. You're right. Getting into the holiday season, AJ, you got any big plans to maybe make the world a better place?
I don't know. I just go about my life just like I always have.
So he could have said, I could donate Sarah's house.
Jeez,
It was like right there on a plate.
Yeah, I mean, of course I would do that. We don't need to sit out here and broadcast that to everybody. Let me hire a camera crew to show me go buying kids' coats too while I'm at it.
Well, listen, I've always had the mindset to just give away stuff. Always have. And whenever you try to like help out charities and stuff like that, you never want to be the person that's like, I just want to do this like for the fulfillment and for the feel. And they're like, no, we got to film it. We got to do this entire thing. And then you like hear from the people why they want to do it. And they're like, you might inspire others. You know, if they know that this is even possible or that you're doing this, there might be others that are inspired to do it. Not only like people that are fans of yours potentially, but also other people who are in a similar position as you. They see that you're doing this and know that this is possible. So that kind of turned me a little bit on like, okay, whenever people do good things and they feel the need to tell everybody about it, it's not necessarily just because they're fucking egotistical maniacs and want the world to think they're doing good things. There's also a chance that they might inspire others to know that it's even possible and get it moving. So I've come around on that whole thing. But with that being said, AJ Hawk's donating to Sarah's house, so should you.
Okay. Amen.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you, AJ.
Good guy.
AJ Hawk, speech for being such a good guy and donating.
No, I think what you said is right. I don't like judge anybody that if it's public and you see it, I think it's great. It'll bring in more money, whatever. But that's just not my personality. Just like if I try to come up with like let me post something on Instagram. Like I just don't have it.
You're an influencer.
That's right.
Uh-huh. We have seen you in the wild.
Yep.
right.
Couple lattes.
Yep, absolutely.
Ice cold Miller Lite.
Right.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
By the grill.
What a campaign we had.
So many Miller Lights were moved.
Oh my God.
People open their phone and holy fuck, give me a Miller Lite. I need it right now. All right, let's talk about some other stories that are happening before we make a massive play in the college basketball world.
Yeah.
People say, Pat, you guys never talk about college basketball. We never had rights.
Bingo.
College basketball.
True.
Oh, true.
Now on ESPN, we have like rights to all the college basketball.
Yeah, everything.
Like the good great college basketball. State Farm Classic Championship Bonanza.
Yeah, State Farm Champions Classic, also known as the State Farm Champion Classic Bonanza.
Yeah,
that's right.
Tipped off last night. All
Yes,
the
it
great
did.
We're able to just show those clips. Ty is going to break it down for us here in a matter of moments. I would like to talk to you, AJ, about Deshaun Watson being out for the season because I don't think we've gotten a chance to really chat about it with you since you've come on the program. We led the show with it, obviously, breaking news this morning. Deshaun Watson's playing his best football in the second half of this last game. The whole time he had a sprained ankle and a fractured bone in his shoulder. After scans and multiple opinions, doctors told him he needs to get surgery to get this thing fixed. What a bummer for the Browns fans. What a bummer for the Browns. And what are your thoughts on this entire thing and how people are going to judge it down the road here?
Well, I mean, people, I think a lot of people have their, whatever they feel about Deshaun, they might stick with that, whatever. But he was playing good football. And now, like, the narrative has changed a little bit. Before, we felt like Stefanski was saying, hey, he can play, and he's making the choice to not play, to now we're hearing that he wanted to get shot up and continue playing, which I would believe that. Absolutely. He continued and played very well in the second half after this injury, right? Didn't you guys run a clip of that when it's a pretty nasty shot he took?
Yeah, it was the second quarter he got injured is what Adam Schefter said. Halftime probably got shot up a little.
Oh, yeah. Definitely probably got some medicine there. And like I said, that adrenaline is a motherfucker. All of us probably done played through some shit and you wake up that next morning like, whoa, and you out for maybe 2-3 weeks after, but you got through, those 2 quarters. So, it was that narrative out there that he was soft, didn't want to play through some shit because of some miscommunication, I think, from the team in his camp. So that was good that they kind of put that out. I heard somebody earlier say maybe some reporters carrying the water for Deshaun, but
holding
the water, but I can't.
And that was the person.
I guess it was
that was the person back there. He has a beard.
I mean, I can't wait to see him back out there with the guys next year.
Dude, my big thing, AQ, is that like he was getting better. You saw it. You actually watched it from 1 week to the next. He's getting better at football. Then he had that setback earlier in the year with his shoulder. Different injury, I was been told, not the same injury. He had a setback earlier in the year with his shoulder, and then you had to see him, all right, now we got to get back into it. Now we're about to be in year 3 of this contract. $63.9 million cap hit next year.
Next 3 years.
Next 3 years straight. And it's like he's going to have to work his way back again. Obviously, they're going to have to be patient with him because that's the contract, but do you think he'll be able to get back after another year off and away from football, AQ?
This is what we've been waiting for, to see what we saw this past week. We've been saying, like, when is this ever going to happen? It finally happens, and now we get this setback. But you just hope he can come back like Kyler. Kyler showed no signs of rust. I mean, that was incredible. Yeah. I mean, he had everything. So, like, you hope that Deshaun can do that.
What was that? Mid-sentence?
What was that, AQ?
Well, the only thing, like, we talked about this earlier, is the third down play. It was awesome.
It was. They got a sky cam. They got the Bijan Robinson camera on Kyler Murray.
What is happening?
It was one of the coolest plays of all time. Look at this video.
Incredible.
You see this guy on a big-time third down late in the game. Kyler Murray, his first game back. Let me scan the field. Nobody's open. Roll to my left. Oh, no. Shake, bake, mistake. I'm Kyler Murray. You're not. Scrambling. We're running. I was drafted top 10 in the MLB. Number 1 in football. I'm back. What is it? First down.
Hell yeah.
That's another first down. Kyler Murray said, I'm going left, I'm going right. That's first down. That's what he said. Exactly. Your entire take on this is, that's spectacular, but shouldn't have happened.
Well, you said? That's basically what I said. But listen, that's who he is, right?
Why shouldn't it happen?
What do you mean?
So if you watch the play, AJ, right? Like we do, we like to watch plays. We like to go and break it down, right? The blitz is coming from the left. Why would you ever run left to start?
What is your
Why would you ever run
last
left
thing they'd expect?
Why would you run left to start? You know the blitz. If you see it and you understand the protection, why are we going left to start? Now, having said that, this is what makes.
Well, that's why he run left, to set him up.
Yeah, to set him up. And that's what he wanted to do?
Yeah,
he wanted to go left and set up a loop-de-loop, run back 20 to run 10?
Wasn't it your teammate?
Yeah. He threw the bait out
there.
Just
calling the play out.
Kyler doesn't think like us.
Yeah,
he thinks like Kyler.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're right.
Anyways, there has been potentially a thought that Kyler doesn't necessarily know exactly what the defense is doing every single play because his athleticism and his natural ability has been able to carry him to wherever. I think we see a different Kyler right now.
Absolutely.
I'm loving this particular Kyler.
It was an awesome play. That won the game. That play won the game.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 10.
But you said something about a comparison to Deshaun there?
Yeah, you started giggling like a little schoolgirl.
You just hope that he comes back and shows no rust. I mean, the way that Kyler was able to run this game, that blew me away. Because I thought coming off the ACL, I was like, there's no way he's going to have the same explosiveness. He does.
Mental
He still
hurdles
does.
as well, potentially. He got through it all.
Regardless of how you feel about Deshaun, if you're a fan of players getting guaranteed contracts, shit like that, you want them to come back and play well, because this is going to be an example that every owner points at. Like
already are.
This, this is why we're not. This is why we don't fully guarantee your contracts, even at the quarterback position, because either hurt or this or that. So you want them to come back and have a healthy career if you're another quarterback or another player in the NFL trying to get fully guaranteed deals.
Unfortunately, whether he comes back and plays well or not, doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people were like, "You worried the Browns got Deshaun? Just give it time."
Yeah, but I'm not worried about people.
The Browns will happen.
It's
Like
only-
when the Jets got Aaron, just give it time. The Jets will happen. Like there's these
That's true.
Lions, great story right now. Give it time. Lions
Shut
will
up,
happen.
Tony. Shut your mouth,
There's
Tony.
just some franchises that
Hater.
just never gonna
Cowboys?
happen, okay.
And you think this is just a classic Browns?
I feel bad for him, and that's why I don't want to kick a team when they're down or anything like that. It's
Honorable.
It's a shame because it's always going to happen to them. Unfortunately, it just
Yeah, and somebody said something about Cleveland not having nice things. Oh, Shefty did.
Yeah.
Is this why Cleveland can't have nice things? Deshaun's finally playing like what they paid him to play like, and now he's gone for the rest of the year. Obviously, they got a defense that could go win a championship and everything like that. I'd remind him, Jack's Casino, downtown Cleveland.
Great place.
Great casino.
Yeah.
It's been there for a long time.
That's right.
Still there. They have a lot of nice things in Cleveland. For some reason, the Browns just don't end up being one of them.
Yeah, I mean, the reason they don't have nice things is because they spit in the football god's face when Baker Mayfield turned around their entire organization and beat the Steelers in Heinz Field when it was Heinz Field without Kevin Stefanski. But that's neither here nor there. That's what I would point to. Like, hey, Baker Mayfield, did he win Rookie of the Year that year? Because I believe he set the record for most rookie passing touchdowns.
I don't know.
And then they shipped him out of town. So, like, that's one thing where, it's similar to what Tony said, like the Jets. The Jets will be the Jets forever. That is what I look to for Cleveland, is that they ran Baker out after he kind of turned everything around.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to pivot away from Deshaun Watson being out for the rest of the year and turn our sights to college hoops.
Hell yeah.
Ty Schmidt, last night, the All-State State Farm Classic Championship Bonanza showcased 4 incredible teams. What did we miss if we potentially didn't watch the entirety of both of those?
Yeah, so first up, we had Duke and Michigan State, and just an absolute barn burner. Duke ended up, pulling away and winning 74-65. They had 4 guys scoring in double figures. Okay, so that's the big thing here. We do have the Kentucky-Kansas highlights going on right now, which is actually the second game, but that's okay. So we'll just switch to that one real quick. Kansas, number 1 team in the country. Very, very good. Hunter Dickinson, who was an absolute dog at Michigan.
Absolutely.
He decided to transfer. Bill Self talked to him and said, hey, you want to play for a championship? Come here. Don't worry about playing at Michigan. He was talking shit last night, talking to the crowd, talking shit to the other team as well. I don't know what the hell's going on with the highlights here. They're kind of bouncing back and forth in between. But Hunter Dickinson finished with 27 points and had 21 rebounds for Kansas. They beat Kentucky. Again, we'll see both these blue bloods down the road. Michigan State, we've talked about it a little bit in the Duke game. They've started this year so far 8 of 50 from 3.
What?
Okay, 8 of 50. It's their worst shooting start in 25 years. And you see, Duke here, they're kind of still trying to find their way a little bit since Coach K left. John Shire's done a really good job. They have another big guy, Kyle Filipowski, who could be a lottery pick kind of down the road. But these early games, I mentioned it earlier, Feast Week coming up, we're going to get a lot of big-time matchups between, power conference teams. These teams always shoot like shit in the early part of the season. That's kind of just how it always goes. Big guys dominate. They like to pound the ball inside. And then as we get to the conference schedule, teams will kind of start to find their footing a little bit and hit shots. So yeah, if you're looking for something to watch midweek, these next 2 to 3 weeks here, and you don't want to just settle for Maction and watching, Eastern Michigan and Miami of Ohio play every single week, you're going to get a lot of ranked matchups, especially around Thanksgiving with teams playing in the Bahamas and San Diego and different kind of warm locales like that. So while it doesn't really matter that much because, Michigan State is 1-2 right now. that doesn't mean shit. They're going to be fine because they're going to do very well in the Big Ten schedule.
Amen.
It's a lot of good early season indications of like, oh, this team might be a player come March.
Okay, we can get a little scouting.
Exactly.
We can Connor Stallions this.
You can Connor Stallions advanced scout some of these teams here. So, like, Kansas, obviously, they're ranked number 1, but they're going to be absolute dogs come March. Duke, they'll be very good. Kentucky, young team, but Coach Cal's always kind of got these young guys who it takes him a while. I mean, he always says before every game, basically like, well, shit, I just hope we don't get beat by 20. Every time they have a ranked matchup, he says something like that before the game, kind of underselling what they can do. They had Kansas on the ropes last night. Kansas kind of has a little bit more senior leadership, so they ended up going on a big run to close it out. But yeah, a lot of good teams in college basketball, and we'll kind of see.
Ty, you just ran off a couple blue bloods. I feel like you might have missed one.
No, I know you're talking about UConn, but UConn played like South Butthole State last night, so we're not going to.
We don't know yet.
I just want to know who's going to be there.
They will be. So
natties.
That's the other big thing is right now there is the Leavitt tip-off games, which is Big East versus Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
So UConn, they'll have a tough matchup against a Big Ten team, I believe, on like Friday or this weekend. So again. You got these kind of interconference rivalries early on. It's nice. It's a little bit different than college football where we mentioned it earlier. A couple of the good teams will schedule other good teams, but most of the time the prominent schools are scheduling cupcakes. Not quite like that in college basketball.
We're seeing the teams that are good play against each other.
We are.
College basketball was electrifying last night. I had no idea it was on. Then I was watching. I'm like, here we go. We got some names I know. Bill Self, Calipari. Here we go. Duke's out here doing it. Michigan State, fresh off a loss to James Madison. I mean, it was a big night. I was excited for it. And it means, we don't really have the opportunity to show college basketball in the past. So this year, we're going to be able to talk about it a little bit more. We're going to be able to enjoy it a little bit more. And we're going to be able to affect it a little bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is the number 1 point guard in the country of the 2024 high school class. We saw some highlights earlier. This dude's got moxie. He's got swag. On the court, he's an absolute problem. His father played for Baylor back in the day, so he's got some lineage of being an incredible basketball player. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe to declare his commitment of where he will play college basketball. Joining us now, out of Link Academy in Missouri of Dallas, Texas, though, Trey Johnson III.
Yeah, Trey!
Trey, thank you so much for joining us, brother. This is probably an incredibly exciting time for you and your family. How are you handling it all? How is life in high school right now?
Thank you for having me. Everything's just been good. Me and my family are doing good. High school has been good. Just focus on basketball right now.
Okay, so you go to Link Academy in Missouri, but you're from Texas, right? How many different places we're trying to get you to play for them? I don't think I fully understand the high school basketball conversation just yet.
Yeah, I'm from Dallas. I went to Lake Collins my first 3 years, and I just went to Link Academy just for better competition, to play a better schedule overall, just to get better overall.
Okay, you're the number 1 point guard in the country. Congratulations. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There's a lot of people dribbling the ball, passing the ball in the country. This is number 1. And I've been told that it has come down to 2 colleges now that could potentially have your talents next year. Baylor, where your dad went to school, or Texas, where I believe your favorite player of all time, Kevin Durant, obviously went to school. I think you had a workout with him this past summer. Trey, if you would like to let the world know where you will be taking your incredible talents next year, we would be honored to be in your presence while doing so.
Yes, sir. I'll be going to the University of Texas.
Hey, way to go, Trey. Happy for you. Now, Dad going to be happy about this? How's the family going to respond, do you think?
I talked to him about it. He'll be okay with it. He'll live.
When you talked to Kevin Durant and got to work out with him, how much did he have say in this entire thing, or influence in this all? And what do you expect out of your time at Texas when you get down there?
Yeah, I talked to him, bounced some ideas off his head. He said it's a good place to come in and hoop and just play, great atmosphere, and just be looking forward to getting down there on campus.
Hell yeah. Well, we can't thank you enough for allowing us to be a part of this monumental day for you. Good luck the rest of the way at Link Academy. And when you get down to Austin, go ahead and dominate, Trey.
Yep.
Why not?
Yes, sir, for sure. Got to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Trey Johnson. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, Trey.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you, Trey. Going to Texas, that's a big deal.
Trey, Arch Manning just running the show down there for the next 3 years.
Future very bright.
Yeah.
Elite 8 last year for a Texas team that I thought I was potentially going to have to pay every player in there $30,000 for the promise I made.
I'd say you were
Were you a part of the recruiting process?
Did you tell him you're a coach?
I don't know if I'm still a coach down here.
Previous staff.
I was a coach down there. What's that?
You can still coach.
New coach, same coaches, new staff, the whole.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. But
Wait, same coach's new staff? What does that mean?
Well, there's a move. Trey's going, though. Trey's going there. He's going to be great down there.
Hook him, Trey.
You're damn right.
Have you committed yet then to your new team? Or
Well, I mean, if that guy's going, sweet handshake. This one here with the leg split.
that first one.
That is filthy. I've heard nothing but great things about Trey Johnson.
Yeah, how about him playing in Texas? Like, you know what? These kids all suck. I need to get out of here, go play someone that's kind of good at least.
That is what I was asking for, because IMG, right, in Florida?
Yeah, bingo, yeah.
You hear about there. There's one in Maryland, right? And there's
Montverde.
Oak Hill.
Oak Hill. Do they all just kind of play against each other? I wonder how that whole...
Is that what they do?
Yeah, AAU scene in high school basketball is crazy. That's like if you look at the NBA guys, like they've been playing against each other since they were like 12. Just traveling the country playing in the different teams that you mentioned. A couple of them. Can't imagine what those competitions are like.
Yeah, the amount of money too being thrown at like 13-year-olds, because they that's been happening a long time. That's been documented about the basketball, because I guess they kind of know.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's probably going to go.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's 6'4" as a 14-year-old. Let's assume that if he continues to work at it, we can maybe get in on future business. I think there was some regulations that had to get put in place because of how bad it was getting
Nike,
in.
Adidas, those leagues were run by Nike. It was like a Nike league or Adidas, and it was a way for them to get in early, and they were allowed to give them all kind of product and awesome stuff. So then all of a sudden, oh, hey, you're going to be the number one overall pick, and you're already kind of a Nike guy.
Yeah, and with the success that Jordan had, obviously, with the Nike deal, everybody kind of wanted to follow suit. Let's get the next one. Let's get in earlier. And then one thing leads to another, and everybody's scumbags.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pretty much. Well, and that's what's interesting is, like, with Trey, I read, like, he won a state championship, the first his team had ever had, and he's playing 6A in Texas. So it's like, it's not like he's playing against scrubs. He's dominating there, so it's like, fuck it, I'll go.
I like this. Some people might not agree with me. But when the first time I kicked a football, I kicked a 60-yard field goal. Like the first time I kicked it. I was kicking 70-yard field goals coming out of high school. Very strong leg. At some point, they should have said, Pat, we don't need you to learn French.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Hey, we don't need you you got basic math? All right, sweet. Can you speak?
Can you
Good.
read? Yeah.
Can you do this thing? Awesome. Let's get you to become the greatest kicker that you could possibly become. Like, that's what it feels like. Yeah, I transferred up here to play basketball, play better competition. He's still in high school. You know what I mean? You go to Europe with those soccer teams. Those kids are living at the academy.
Yep.
They got soccer conditioning in the morning. They got like an hour and a half of class. And then we got lunch. And then we got ball from noon until 6 pretty much. And then you got a study hall session, and then you got another conditioning thing, and you put that on repeat until you're a professional soccer player, and you kind of can change your entire family's life. It's like, I appreciate pointing out talent and saying, this is going to be your profession. Let's specialize in this. Can't do it with a lot of people that aren't going to make it, because then you're ruining lives.
Right. Yeah.
Then, like, there's potential other things that happen. But whenever you identify a talent and say, like, let's try to make this fucker's life, convenient to becoming great, I don't mind that at all. I like that the Link Academy thing happened.
Oh, yeah.
IMG is like for all sports.
Yeah.
IMG is like, are you a good tennis player? Yeah. We fucking got it. If you want to be a pro, here you go. It's going to cost a lot of money, but we're going to focus on that as opposed to everything. I like it. You got to be able to do it, obviously, but I don't mind that at all for people.
Yeah, it's kind of like what the United States has taken from overseas, because like Luka and Wemby, they've both been pros since they were 15, and now with like the overtime league, like 2 of the top 5 picks, the Thompson twins, they didn't do college or really high school basketball. The overtime league's like its own thing. And excuse me, geez. Those academies, too. Like Montverde, I think, has the number 1 player, Cooper Flagg. Like, those kids are going there just so that they can play each other.
They start.
That's it.
And they travel like college teams do. Like that Link Academy, like it's like you're going down to Florida for a game on Tuesday, and then you might go up to Virginia for a game on they're
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're traveling like college basketball teams.
Like hockey, right?
Indiana
how the big, like the hockey schools are, aren't they?
Junior B's, you got to live with people.
Shattuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Spire's in Indiana. That's where LaMelo Ball came and played.
Bro, Mackenzie, my daughter, she's either going to have a absolute banger of a shot, or that, I think she's a lefty. Her left foot is going to be phenomenal.
Methy.
I can't wait to see the decisions that I have to make. Be like, all right, are we just going to send you to soccer school? Is that what we're going to do right now? Because then you probably end up hating it too. You know,
maybe. Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother
friend.
Andre Agassi.
Be a human. Yeah.
Todd Marinovich.
But it sounds like obviously all these guys love ball.
Yeah.
And they're very thankful. This crew is much more mature than any of us, but congrats to Trey.
Yeah. Seems like that's the way to do it, too, is like he went to high school for 3 years and kind of had like a normal high school experience. And then before you go to college, it's like, all right, time to get serious. We're going to send you to this place.
Here we go. Here comes your freshman year of college. It's still in high school.
Yeah, right.
You're going to go do this. You're going to handle this. You're going to live alone. You're going to live in a dorm. You're probably going to have to manage your time whenever you're away from basketball. So then whenever you get to Texas at the Moody, I believe it's called the Moody Center, that arena, you're already ready for life. You're already handled everything. He's going to be a great Donner. He's going to be a great Longhorn.
Yeah, and like the one and done. Like that's why that senior year, kind of like a prep year almost. You're not just doing the 1 year of college and going. Like you get that experience by going somewhere else.
And big shout out to everybody that played a role in making that whole thing happen right there.
Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah.
There were some humans involved in getting that commitment done on this particular program. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Shout out. Hey, do you want to be part of a commitment tomorrow? Oh, sure. Football guy? College basketball guy? Yeah. I mean, absolutely. We're honored. Like, we're honored to even be asked. You know, that's a big day. That kid's going to remember. I normally see that
day
on, like, ESPN.
Yeah.
Other things.
Probably going.
It's a big deal.
He was straight business, too. No shenanigans. He used a lot of shenanigans this day. He was pretty.
I was told he doesn't want to put a hat on. All right.
I like for him. Good for him.
That's what I said. I like that. I like this guy. They're like, he's really chill, really cool, doesn't want to do the hat thing, just wants to basically let the world know where he's going because there's people obviously asking. It's like, all right, would love to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was fun learning about him too. His dad playing at Baylor a couple years, and he transferred out, I believe. Dad, obviously big Baylor fan. This kid loves Kevin Durant, grew up in Dallas. Obviously, Kevin Durant is filthy at basketball. He's donated a lot to the University of Texas for the practice facility and everything. He got to work out with KD this last offseason. I assume that was a big part of it. It's like, here we go. Hey, go get your money, Trey. Go get your money. Speaking of money, it is time for us to get smarter so we can make more money on ESPN Bet. Did you guys download this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I searched ESPN Bet in the App Store. I had to scroll like 15 times down. That's not good. That'll probably have
tough start.
That'll probably have to change at some point. Really great colors.
Yeah, love it.
I love the colors.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Very much. App also.
Yeah, good format.
Congratulations. Dropped it on a Tuesday in the middle of the season. Interesting.
Sure.
Certainly interesting, but I believe they had to build it all up. But I think it's a good product.
It's a winner.
I agree.
We did not get to see it before yesterday.
No.
At all. And our big question was like, how is it? Because if the tech isn't good, does not matter.
Nope.
Anything else. And granted, we're not going to be a part of the whole, we're not going to be making picks on there and everything like that, but obviously they're going to be the ones for us. And we have a little bit of a history whenever it comes to like, you know, sports books and like marketing of sports books and like creating things and doing stuff in sports. It's like the beginning of it. So like we had a lot of questions whenever they were like, will you use the odds of ESPN Bet as your show odds? Like, absolutely, would love to. All good. We appreciate it. Good luck. We're pulling for it. But our big question was like, how is the app? That's all. All we need to know is how is the app operable? They say it's going to be a good app. It's going to be a good app. From what I've seen, good app.
Good start.
I think they got a good app. I'm happy for them. And their lines have been super favorable over the last couple of weeks as we've been checking them out on the score. So I think they did it. I think they're in a good spot. Darren Ravel tweeted that 18 years ago, whenever he was at ESPN, they launched the ESPN phone. And everybody in ESPN knew within 4 months that was going to be a disaster.
Oh.
Then he said, we'll know in about a year if ESPN Bet's going to work or not. That's a fascinating projection because these other places have been going for like 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
They're in people's phones. They're in people's days. They're already in there. People have already built up habits, you know. So although sports gambling is still going to continue to be legalized in more states, it's already got a pretty good little run. You know, people have already kind of got in there. So ESPN Bet, I don't want to say he's behind the eight ball, but they are a couple years behind whenever it comes to like letting people know they exist. This is a long game. I would assume that this is we just got to prove that we have good product. We got to prove that we have good line, and we got to prove that we can be a place that people want to make the transition to. And I think they're ready to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. Like if the tech's good, people will find it because eventually, you know, you're going to have issues with other stuff that you. Eventually you're just gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care that I've been on this for this long. Like if you can do something like, and last night on launch day, like I was on there quite a bit no issues, no hiccups. Like I know a lot of people were saying too, like, well, you get these first-time user bonuses, and then that shit, whatever. There's like issues with you found it right away. It's right in your account. Like, again,
congrats to them.
It's early, but yeah, I think they did a great job.
Not easy. Now, move that to Monday. You got Monday Night Football in Buffalo. New York is a state in which it's legal. So, I mean, you just move it up one day, you potentially have Monday Night Football.
Pretty massive.
But nonetheless, they wanted to get it. They said they wanted to get it ready.
Yeah.
Ready for that was I had a lot of questions.
It was a miss.
Yeah. When I was told, hey, it's coming next Tuesday, I'm like,
Only network.
Tuesday, they're like, well, we got a bunch, and they wanted to get it right. So I respect that. And it's not about just like this week, this year.
Right.
Long game.
Congrats to the ESPN bet people. A lot of work behind the scenes on all that.
Good work.
A lot of work behind the scenes on all of that. Can't wait to see how you guys do. You get favorable lines, though, and your tech is good? Okay.
That'll drive.
Now we're playing the game.
That'll drive.
Now let's play the game a little bit better with a better brain, shall we?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for In the Trenches with AQ Shipping.
Here you go. Hey, baby.
Way to go, AQ.
All right, here we go. We got some good ones. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers starting off.
Oh.
200 yards.
Hey, listen, 200 yards rushing. Most runs of over 10 yards this weekend.
Whoa, America?
Would we have said that 5 weeks ago?
Never.
4 weeks ago?
No.
3 weeks ago?
No.
2 weeks ago?
No.
1 week ago?
Yes, because he moved the sideline.
But if I would have said this weekend who had the most runs over 10 yards, nobody would have guessed the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Niners.
But they did.
I absolutely would have.
But they did.
We watched the game.
You watched it, exactly.
Yeah, but before the game, he said.
Yeah.
Correct.
Before the game, exactly.
I would have, for sure.
You would have said it?
Yeah.
Let's say on Friday, AQ goes.
Oh, because the Green Bay Packers
Bingo.
defense sucks.
Bingo.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of first rounders.
You don't have to be so mad about it, though. It sounds like you're a little bitter about that.
I'm not. I've come to accept it because this is the kind of shit that happens every single week. So it's kind of just like, hey, if you need a get right game, your run game's not really. Packers made Najee Harris look like Jim Brown on Sunday. So that's got to be good for if
what?
you're a
Hey,
Steelers fan.
the question though is he a defensive end or a backer? Because apparently Matt LaFleur got pretty pissed off.
He did.
2 defensive linemen in the game, nickel defense.
You're exposing yourself. You don't know ball.
They're defensive ends when it goes to nickel. You got to know this.
Oh, Matt LaFleur?
Matt, did you see this?
No, I didn't.
No, I missed this too. Yeah.
Testy.
What happened?
He got pissed because one of the reporters was like, hey, nickel defense, you only have 2 defensive linemen in the game.
Oh, no. Who asked?
I don't know who it was.
I
Jason
don't remember.
Wilde. He's been there for a while.
Wilde.
Jason Wilde.
Oh, I was the Wild with an E.
Yeah, bingo.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's Wildy?
Yeah.
He does a show with Talshard.
Oh, Talshire Wilde.
I'd like to
He
tell.
even said it. He's like, oh, Talshar's going to kill me tomorrow for this.
Well, I want to let Mr. Wildy know. I've been pronouncing that in my head as Wild every single time I've seen it.
Also cool.
I appreciate him giving an opportunity to LaFleur to kind of flex his stuff a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
How are the
Okay.
eyebrows doing it?
Oh, they're impeccable.
Spot on.
Per usual.
Beard?
Spends more time on that than anything else.
Oh, come on. Don't be a mark.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Spot on. Spot on.
He had a cool vest on too.
Whoa.
He's got good sideline.
He
game.
does. He does. His gear is unmatched.
Speaking of gear, you think AQ's on any gear? They call it because look how fit this guy looks.
No.
Yeah.
AJ, you see this guy? He's
How low is
GQ
he
mono.
going? For real, how low are you going to go? I know our guy Hangman had his cheeks out on. Is that
Yeah, he
GQ?
did.
Are you next, AQ?
Yeah, I think it's Men's Health is what
I still got
Hangman
20
was on.
pounds to go.
Yep.
That popped up on my algorithm.
Cheeks out.
Him in a towel with
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
cakes
thing
everywhere.
up there.
Yep.
And I'm like, hey, Glenn, let me know when nude you's coming around.
Right.
On my Instagram.
Good
I
Lord.
didn't expect just to see your cheeks everywhere. He looked good though.
He did.
yeah.
He
Strapped.
did.
He did
Yep.
look good. Good for him.
His vascularity was very good when we were standing next to him on the sideline.
And he said, I'm just drinking, having fun. No, you're not. He was getting ready for a Men's Health shoot
he
that
was.
whole time.
Absolutely.
We know your tricks, Hangman. And Hangman did lie.
He did.
Hangman did lie.
He did.
Say he's just drinking every night.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Q, why don't you start doing a little Men's Health? You know what I mean? Start giving out tips on how we look like
Yeah.
this.
Listen, I'm an offensive lineman at heart.
Oh.
All right.
You guys are doing a lot more in media now.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
me.
Good point.
Crushing it.
In the trenches.
Yeah.
Sat him down.
Pancakes.
Yep. New hot, sexiest man on earth.
Yeah,
There you
right.
go.
He is an actual offensive lineman.
Yep.
Look at the come up for the O line.
How about
Let's
it?
go.
Here we go.
How about it?
Fashion helmets.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Smash helmets. D Wood.
D
Yep.
Wood also
Yeah.
looks great.
D does. I love D Wood.
Love D Wood. All time Patriot.
He had the best COVID backdrop
Oh, yeah.
All time.
of all time.
Yep.
Looked like he was in actual Caesar's
Oh,
Did.
like
Yeah.
castle behind him.
yeah. I remember. Did he have the grand
Grand piano, pillars,
red velvet carpet,
and also on the wall,
jerseys.
And he was just sitting in front of it. It was like, damn, D Wood did good. Hey, good for you, D Wood. That's literally every time he was on, we thought that, and he has. But offensive linemen are crushing it, especially super thin and handsome ones, with brand new mustaches and beards.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Speaking of offensive linemen, what do they do here?
All right, we'll start here. We're going to start with the receiver here, Deontay Johnson. Let's watch him kind of skinny through here.
Allen Robinson.
Is that Allen Robinson?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Even better. Allen Robinson.
Should we restart this one?
Yeah. Okay, hey, let's start with Allen Robinson right here. He's going to skinny through right here.
Who are we talking about? We're talking about this guy here?
Yeah, right here. Watch this. Check this out. Watch him skinny through these two. Get up to him. We get great push right here. Right here is awesome. Let's rewind that real quick. First of all, it is hard as hell to reach a nose guard in the league. Now we're going to turn this. We get the right guard back underneath here. He's going to full reach here. Now check this out. We get a rookie doing a vet move here. Watch this. Smackdown.
Oh.
How good is that? This guy right here. I know the Pittsburgh guys are talking about him. Everybody in the back, everybody here, everybody's talking about him. This guy needs to be talked about a lot more because he has made a huge difference since he's come in the starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Broderick Jones, we talked about him, first-round pick, wasn't playing early. But this is impressive shit.
Wow, Najee Harris hits it and gets it. What a big
gaping
hole. Matthew America scripting this one up right.
Oh, yeah. He's doing a great job. He's doing an absolutely great job since the bye week. The bye week was the key. They needed a bye week. They needed a restart. And now they are getting big holes. We got my man running through here. Jaylen Warren is doing some really good stuff too. But hey, this is a great job by Najee.
What does that mean?
Great job.
Yeah. That was Jaylen Warren right there.
He might be gone.
Yeah,
he might be gone.
Different runner. I don't think Najee. I don't think they were expecting that massive hole like that.
Thunder and lightning, right?
Even though the Packers just seem to give it up all the time. Also, quick follow up. We've heard this guy's okay. Okay, he got a. That's Danny Smith. He took a car crash on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
Thank God. It started a fight. He was at the bottom of the pile. People were stepping on him with their cleats. He got up, chewing his gum, showed up earlier the next day.
Beast.
Freiermuth has got his quads out on the sideline. Hopefully he comes back soon.
Yeah, love that. Love that Freiermuth's got a good clap too. I mean, that's an incredible clap.
When's he back?
He claps left-handed. That's what I just learned.
He went on the IRs, and I can't remember how long ago.
I believe they opened his window today.
He's practicing today.
Do you clap lefty or righty? Righty. Okay, you're a right-handed.
I clap lefty.
I clap lefty as well.
Yeah,
lefty.
So it's Freiermuth. Freiermuth claps lefty as well.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Nice. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are you a quiet clapper? I do this a lot. I do a showcase.
I try to get very loud with my claps.
Yeah, me too. You got to clap the shit.
And you got to be the last one clapping too. You always got to get 3 or 4 at the end.
Yeah, don't have to do that at all, actually.
I don't have to. Just personal choice.
Yeah, big clap guy.
I appreciate that that's your move, though. Let's go. Oh, the Niners are back.
Of course.
Oh.
They had to get one guy back, and all of a sudden they're back in the Super Bowl talk. Like, listen, this guy, let's just watch this little skip and then run. When you run zone plays, you have to run off the ball. It starts with him. Then it goes there. Then it goes there. Then it goes there. This is why they are so good at running the football, because he just 5 steps, makes a break up the field, but it starts there. Widen, get him out. Great single between Feliciano and the center here. Backside gets a great cutoff. Let's go back again. Backside, Kittle and Juszczyk. Look at Juszczyk. He's basically a right tackle here, fighting with the 300-pound defensive end. Gets a great cutoff on the backside. That guy can make that play in the NFL. He's a backside, inside shade on the backside. Can very easily get to there. Juszczyk cuts him off. Kittle does his job. This is why they run the shit out of the ball, because they all do what they're supposed to do. They hammer it and hammer it and hammer it, and they are so good at running the football, especially when he's back.
Is that supposed to go there or just anywhere that opens?
So that's the beauty about a zone. It can hit anywhere. Sometimes you see all these guys push everybody there, and then CMC hits it right there because he over-pursues on the backside. He can hit it anywhere in his own scheme. That is why when you watch them, they just run. They never, ever try and really turn on guys, because they are trying to just run guys past the point of attack. Just run, run, run. Let the defenders take themselves out of the play. That's all you got to do.
It's a similar scheme as Pops, Mike Shanahan. That everybody, every running back seemed had a bunch of success. Okay.
Yeah, running back's got to have what? Good vision.
That's it. And the key to it is practice. Like that is the key. A lot of teams don't practice. They don't practice the run game, and then they get in the game, and
look
they're
at
like,
their feet. Look at their feet. Look at their feet. Look at their feet.
all on the same angle. They all go on the same angle. Every single one of them. Even the tight ends. Even the backside. Like it matches the running back.
They're like the Rockettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff.
Also, it's on defense, but it looked like Aluakon might have known exactly what they were doing and almost made the play, too.
Almost.
They're all on the same exact page.
You can know.
Yeah, exactly, but that's how good they are.
That's what. Yeah, exactly, and that's the whole key.
Whoa, Detroit Lions!
Oh yeah.
The Rockettes been following on your timeline a lot too. I think either it's my For You or something like that. The Rockettes are doing a bunch of trust falls. Just me.
I've not seen the Rockettes. It is holiday season, though, isn't this their thing?
Yep.
Them and Mariah Carey are about to pop up out of nowhere.
Yep.
Mariah had a sweet post, too, about that.
Who did?
Mariah. They're like getting her out of like the cryo chamber. And she starts singing. It's cool.
She's doing concerts now, isn't she?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's doing concerts right now.
Beast.
I don't know if Stephen A. went to a concert or something.
Oh, yeah? Wow. I thought that was Mariah Mills.
I don't know if she's doing concerts. She has shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still a performer.
Yeah, very much.
Stephen A. go?
Yeah.
I think he went to a Mariah Carey concert. I'm not, or he heard about it. I don't know.
I haven't heard her doing many concerts lately.
Did Stephen A. eat salad before and went to this concert, or?
What's that all about?
That's a big
Man, I need to know what's happening. I need to know what this inside joke is.
Well, for Tony.
Yeah, I don't know what Tony's talking.
Who's salad tossing?
That's Stephen A.'s sex meal before he has sex. Like
something
salad.
We're learning a lot about Stephen A.
Yeah.
from the Stephen A. Smith show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, worst day to be horny.
Yeah,
talks about that on there?
Sunday. Yeah.
I like getting to know the real Stephen A.
Me too. Did you see his new set?
I do too.
Awesome. He debuted a brand new set yesterday in this baby blue suit that he had. Yeah. Stephen A. is fucking batting 1,000 right now.
Sunday also not the worst day. Being rocked up watching football. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
You can debate him on that. Huh?
Yeah, I will.
Should. Go on there, Con.
I don't even know. Could you imagine we call him? Let's see.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if he's going to answer. I don't know if we're like that. I've never done this before in my life.
Tell him you can hang 7 donuts off of it, Con.
He'll
and
answer.
Bingo.
Feed yourself the whole day.
Yahtzee. Yep. Don't have to get up, go to the fridge. Nothing wrong with a dog donut.
If it's your own dog.
Don't get a Boston cream.
There's no way he answers.
It gets messy.
Is this gonna be the quickest we're live of all time?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be. What if he's like, good day to be horny, man?
Wednesday, hump day.
Wednesday. All right. Yeah. All right. He's probably in the middle of cutting something right now.
Yep.
Probably in the middle from that brand new studio, cutting something. Anyways, this type of stuff gets AQ all jacked up on a Sunday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Check this out. Brock Wright coming in motion here. The thing I love about this, when you run a crack toss, obviously maybe one of the best right tackles, if not the best right tackle in football. Let's get him pulling around. But here's what I love. Hardest block on a crack toss is this crack. The crack by the receiver. So we're going to get him coming down. But you don't see it. Laporta's right here.
Oh.
Helping him. So as he flows over the top, they double this. That's okay. Because guess what? There's a corner over here and here's here. You always got to make one miss, right? But here's where you gain one coming front side. They're going to send him in fly motion on the snap. You get Brock Wright leading around. He's basically, with him and Sewell, leading the crack toss. This is an awesome scheme, and it's out of 12 personnel, so you get base defense, everybody condensed on the inside. All you got to do is get this thing started by getting this crack toss, and they double team it. That's how good this shit is. Ben Johnson dialing it up. Make one miss. There it is.
Cool.
Jameer Gibbs pretty good at football.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Filthy.
Pretty good.
Oh, another one.
Check it out. This is the next play. This is the next play. We just got plus 12 on the play before. Same shit, 12 personnel. We get 2 tight ends in the game, right? Now, same shit San Fran's done a billion times. Let's get my man flying across to help here. Because check it out. He's the better of the blockers. We're going to get him starting it, but he helps. Boom!
Oh, geez.
Get that thing. And look at the wall they just created there.
Oh!
See ya! Did you guys see the interior?
Watch the push, too.
Watch this push. We take the nose guard
Shifted
5 yards.
Both tight ends started out at number 1, didn't they? They shifted back in, bend the motion to it to just get them. Yeah, so you can't really get a good picture in your mind of what that final formation is.
What does that do? AJ, does that change anything for you guys?
Yeah, because if they line like if you run it all the way back, I don't know where the tight ends are lined up, but if they're at 1, like they're
all the way out.
If you like to match things up and then you're sitting there trying to make a close call to whoever like the heavy tight end or the big tight end is, and then you got to check, reload, the whole situation now, closed left. Oh, this guy's going to go emotional. We got to boss or bow over with it. Yeah, there's a lot.
Watch these guys' eyes right here. 6 and 9.
A lot of communication.
Watch them. Watch them go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. San Diego.
Now he's running.
Whoa.
Bosa started outside. Now he goes to contain, right? And he's got to hold off longer.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Bosa just
What? What are you talking about?
He didn't seem very comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know if is he hurt.
I don't know. He didn't want any part of this.
Yeah, well, that's oof.
I mean, he does know get his hand in the ground.
I mean, this
Taking
is
a
awesome.
play off.
I mean, this is awesome.
Oh,
This is awesome.
whoa.
I mean, watch it.
He's slow playing it.
See ya.
That is a bit of a low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
Hey,
busting that.
2 big runs in a row. He's tired.
What do you want?
Might be in the 7th play of the drive. JJ said he comes out after 6.
Yeah, true.
Hey, that O-line was bullying them the whole game.
Whole game.
Like, from beginning to end, it was awesome to see.
Whole game.
Yeah, did some good running the football, and now it appears as if we got more kill shots earlier in the show here.
Oh, yeah.
We had some good ones this week, huh?
We had some good ones.
Oh,
We had some good ones. We had some good ones. We're going to start right here. I think we got 2 angles of this one, do we not?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the first one we're going to show it just so you don't lose sight of him. You lose sight of him a little bit on the next one, but it's a better angle of the decleater of the linebacker.
Watch this guy.
So
it's hard
check
not
him
to
out.
have your eyes on Lamar the whole time.
You got to love this. I know it's hard to watch here, but guys, watch the fucking linemen. It's okay to watch them every once in a while. We're going to leak out and throw a throwback screen over here. So my man starts to recognize it, but he doesn't recognize 76 waiting for the fucking kill shot.
Oh,
Boys. Defenseless.
He wants some more, too.
Get up.
He wants some more, too.
Oh, no. That's my dog.
Bad.
What happened, D-Bud?
It's bad.
That's my guy.
D-Bud, what happened?
He got up, though.
But
Got the
it's
win.
even better from this angle.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
It's even better. It's even better from this angle. Let's just watch. Just watch number 5 right
Tony
here.
Walker Jr.?
Yeah.
We'll just watch.
He was great. He was a great call.
Oh boy. Oh, we thought it was there.
All right.
Nope.
Remember, we're looking at this guy
Man,
right
he gets
here.
punished for having great recognition.
Yeah.
Great play.
I got it.
Yeah, he sees it.
Jeez.
I mean, you got to have some awareness and peripherally.
Lamar's rolling this way.
Was he in
See
the
that?
huddle, though? What a read he got.
This guy's going this way. This guy's going this way. This guy's obviously following his guy. He says, I got it. He makes a good play.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're all going this way.
Full speed. Full speed. Remember, here's where we're looking down over here. Down over.
Starts here, remember. Then he's going to be there.
Oh, no.
Ran into a brick wall.
Oh, flat back.
That's tough.
Flat back.
That's a good bump.
That's a good one.
That's a good
one.
bump right there.
That is a good,
Great
one.
read. Great
That was a
read.
good read. Sometimes you just get your ass kicked.
Sometimes
Get
you
your ass kicked with
unfortunate.
dignity.
Hey, see you later.
Sorry, buddy.
First one there.
Good run, Deshaun.
Hey, I saw Pelissero said if he takes another shot, his shoulder will fall apart. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I assume it's like a knee.
Fall off.
Yeah.
Was there any did I not read the next tweet?
No, you read it.
You read the
I
tweet.
thought the same thing.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts?
I was just trying to figure out what that meant exactly, but sorry, you didn't want to interrupt.
No, it's good. I think it means the shoulder can start like this, and then you lose it all, and just
No, it turns to, what did you say?
Mush.
Red mush.
Oh, pink mist?
Yeah, pink mist.
Like Booby Miles' knee in Friday Night Lights.
Got it.
Okay.
Theismann.
Bingo.
Joe thighs.
Oh.
Yep.
The Alex Smith wearing his calf as a hamstring.
Incredible. He played the whole second half.
Incredibly.
Gump.
I'm being serious. If his shoulder's going to fall
Tell your
off,
voice and delivery.
if his shoulder's going to fall off, it's very impressive. He played the whole second half.
It does feel like everybody's coming out loud, being like, tough guy, wants to do it. Because what happened with the Browns earlier this year.
Caught that bust that time.
Yeah, with the lung.
Yeah.
And then ACL in Clemson.
Yep.
Because, Stefanski did say, we think he can play. He's choosing not to. See you tomorrow. Yeah. And at a press conference.
Yep.
And that kind of set the entire tone of this entire thing. So now it's complete opposite. They're like, this is not him. This is us.
Yeah.
Which I respect.
Yeah.
Paid the guy $230 million.
Yeah.
Browns fans, that sucks. At least you got this guy, though.
Hey, I'm not meaning to take a backhanded shot at the Buffalo Bills, but man, they could really use this guy right about now.
Who's that?
Wyatt Teller. They traded him a couple years ago. They could use him.
Idiots.
They could use him because he had about 3 or 4 of these in this game. Bam!
And he runs it off, almost hits a ref.
Yeah, he had about 3 or 4 of these in this game. It's impressive to get one in a game. You get 3 or 4 of these. Yeah,
you're a dog.
You're a dog. That's exactly right.
I mean, there's nothing 9 can do.
No.
Defenseless.
Hell of a spin inside.
Cheap shot.
Oh, is that the ankle? Is that the ankle there on Deshaun? A little bit of hot
Was that
skipping
it?
of duty?
Was that it right there?
Yeah, he was hopping here.
It was near the goal line when he originally got hurt.
Oh, so this was post-injury.
I mean, look at
Little buddy running.
Yeah, look at Big Dog move.
Hey, he's one of the strongest guys I've ever played against.
Who is it?
Michael Pierce. I think he went to Samford.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's moving.
Look at that thing. Look.
He is so strong.
Get
You
off.
cannot move.
He's getting held too.
Get off me. He's not that far away.
4-3 here.
They're not that far away. It's not like a big-time angle thing. He's got to be, what, 350?
6'3", 360.
Sean, you got
probably,
outrun him, Sean.
Low to the ground.
Look at this guy. Look at that knee drive. Look at that fucking knee drive.
You can't let him get the egg.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. With the tackle. Let's go.
Awesome.
He's listed 345. That's 370, baby.
Easily.
Let's go, dude.
Yes.
Hey, that's a modern marvel.
Yeah.
Show the young guys. Show the young guys that clip. What do you know? We are not loafing out here. Look what this guy's doing.
Yeah, your buddy just got taken out from a blindside shot from an offensive lineman that he's going to celebrate, and so is AQ. What are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to eat up a couple blocks, right?
Get held.
Boom.
Okay, we understand that was. and then look at this guy.
This guy running too. He's running too.
Wait, does he come back on the field? Oh,
starts
he's
to.
a monster. Yeah, he looked like he's walking back on the field too.
He's not happy he didn't get him earlier.
Yeah.
Look at this motherfucker. Hey,
Monster.
hey, we love you, dude.
Love you, Pierce.
Michael Pierce.
Yeah.
Hell
Dog.
Yeah. I
Big
bet you
payday.
he's hilarious too.
They got a big payday in Minnesota, and then, like all the good teams, they always get their guys back. Left Baltimore, went to Minnesota,
Got paid.
and then came back.
Not all the good teams.
Is he hilarious? He's a hilarious human, I assume.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I would imagine.
Most D-line guys are.
Hilarious. Yeah. 6 foot, 360.
Yeah.
Hilarious human being.
Got some in the chamber.
Hell of a football player too.
No doubt.
Hell yeah. I'm happy we could spotlight that, even though you're trying to spotlight a blindside shot.
Yeah.
That's okay. We got some other good ones. This is not a blind shot. This is a bad dude. Has become my favorite football player on the offensive line in the NFL.
Who is it? Who is it?
Quinn Meinerz comes from Wisconsin Whitewater, which is Division III.
Former Mr. Good Morning Football.
Yeah, we saw him for like
Big
2
Good
weeks on
Morning
Good Morning
Football
Football.
guy.
He was great. He has dreads. This guy has dreads.
Dreads. Used to train in the woods outside. 3rd round pick, and now that he's figured out technique, he is a dog.
Really? If I'm not mistaken, I think he has like no teeth too. Is that this guy?
No, you're thinking of Tampa.
Cody Moss.
That's Cody Moss.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Legends coming into the league here over the last couple of weeks. This dude was awesome on Good Morning Football, though. Happy to hear that he's still on the team, still crushing it. He's your favorite football player right now?
He just plays the game like Aiden Hutchinson does on defense, or Max Crosby, but as an offensive lineman. Just no stop, always trying to put people on the. I mean,
just shot put it again.
I mean, how do you just lift a dude under his armpit and throw him 5 yards?
Bernard's a hell of a player too.
Stud.
Having a good year.
And he did this
Bounced
the
off the
second
ground,
play.
too.
This was the 6th play of the game, I think. The 2nd play of the game, he gets one. And then this is later in the game. Boom! He's just getting somebody on every single play. And he's looking to do it.
Mean cuss.
He is a mean cuss.
Love
isn't
it. Oh, no, not on
Was he
all.
about to get Boyer there?
Oh, we get another one.
Not on
Here
all
we go.
Po.
Jeez.
Throwing people.
What is happening?
Like
This guy.
AJ, say that. AJ,
away
say that
from
again. AJ, say that again, because this is what kills me about the internet. Is the internet thinks offensive linemen do this on every play.
No.
If you get one of these in a 6-week span, it is incredible.
This dude.
This dude's getting it 5 or 6 times in a game.
This guy's
white
awesome.
cheese.
He's just throwing. I mean, he just get
Punch
out.
is unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Look at that box though. If you look at this Buffalo defense, a lot of light bodies in that box.
Yeah, what is this? Like, what is their
Milano.
personnel right here?
Milano got
And,
hurt.
offensively, that's 21 personnel, right?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's
light bodies.
He's 25 playing
Jesus.
back.
Jeez.
Dang, okay.
Just playing nickel and dime because Russell's been lighting it up.
It's
You
Bill's
got to run
team.
away from that guy. I'm trying to go around 77.
I mean,
Watch him bounce off the ground here, though.
look at this.
Damn,
Hits
they
the
took
This
out
is
turf and bounces.
insane.
Yeah, almost blew
You
that
stopped
dude's
that at a
butt.
perfect point. That was
And gets a
incredible.
tackle
Yeah.
too. I mean, that's the guy who got the run
work.
Bernard.
thrown into one.
25.
This is all in one game.
Hat
Yeah.
in hands.
Jeez.
Does he kill Poyer after he throws him?
So you would assume so.
Yeah. Because he sets his eyes on the boy right there.
We don't see the tail end of this. We know Poyer's going to step in there and fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to step into the batter's box if he's got to. This guy's awesome. What's his name?
Quinn Meinerz.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Thank you, Quinn.
Crushing it.
Hell yeah, Quinn.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Keep going, Quinn.
Hey, thank you, AQ. That was great.
Thank you, AQ.
Boy, AQ.
All right, not a bad day today.
No, not at all.
Not a bad day today.
First commitment for college basketball ever.
Look at us.
Dude, that was a big commitment.
Big deal. Big deal.
Top point guard in the country?
I assume that's going.
On this show. That's cool for us.
Yeah.
When do you think he told Texas? When do you think he told the coaches? Just shortly before that?
No, that was it. He told
Was
that's
that
how
it?
they saw it.
I don't know.
Probably did.
I don't know all
That
the
happened.
ins and outs of how that whole thing went down. I just know, hey, doesn't want to do the hat gimmick. All right, go ahead.
Cool.
Love it.
Me neither. How do you guys see this going? That's the first time, maybe, in the history of the program where I've been the most. So how's this working?
Yeah.
How's it? Because I would at least like to have a say in some stuff. We have some ideas as well. In this particular one, it was like, I don't want to disrespect this fucking guy on his day. And I also, college basketball, we're not really in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Some college fans don't love me. I don't want to ruin it. How do you guys see this going? Man, I think he's just ready to do it. I'm like, cool. Should we do a wide shot on him? Do we get the whole? Cool. Doesn't want to do that.
He's not doing that.
Doesn't
he
want
ain't
to do
doing
it. It's
that.
like, sweet, I love this guy.
Did you guys have commitment gimmicks?
Nope. No, I just sat there, signed a piece of paper.
I don't think it was a big thing when we all came out, right? Like, it wasn't
Not
a
a big
thing.
Yeah, nah.
When did that become big?
A couple years after.
Well, I assume that
When it changed over to
social
their
media
generation.
and content.
The All-American games.
Yeah, I
like, all
remember
of a
the
sudden
Army All-American game that used to be
Oh,
like
yeah.
they'd pull a guy on the sideline and they'd have like 100 hats in front of him.
And his mom would be pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I remember from those commitments.
Were you Army All-American, AJ?
No.
I think when
you?
it switched,
No, hell no.
like, because the Army All-American was our day, and then when
You?
it switched from Army to Under Armour, the Under Armour game, that's when it changed.
That's when Plank was like, let's spice this up a little.
Yeah.
And then
Let's showcase who we got here a little bit. That guy didn't need to be an Army All-American because he was in ship-shop shape. He's in a ship.
Were you in high school there?
That's freshman year of college.
It's college.
Okay.
Captain.
You always
AQ,
knew?
did you for real put kids in the hospital in high school?
Yes.
Because I can't imagine you in high school, high school sized kids, when someone like you comes around, you could wreck the whole game.
Look at that human
I was
up there.
this size in
Look at that
7th grade.
human up there. What do you think he did in high school?
I mean, yeah, especially with your mindset and your hard head.
Yes.
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
Stealing lunches
Run
every
behind
day.
you every play. Every play we're running behind.
Did you guys do that? Is that what happened? In high
I was center.
So?
What do you
Midline,
just,
dive. Right?
Just
You
run
play
traps
D-line
all day
too,
long.
right?
Yeah.
D-traps.
Play
You guys did?
D-line.
Yeah.
Fullback
That's what you guys
side.
did?
Yeah,
Play
D-line's
D-line.
what I'm worried about.
How often did you get the ball?
Never got the ball.
Oh, you should have got
That was a
the ball.
mistake, right? That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Should have been fullback.
How many
great
PB&Js
feet.
did you steal?
I got the ball more in college
Hey,
than I did in high school.
When y'all get a chance, go look at Darnell Dockett in high school.
Oh,
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I thought that was fake when I saw it.
Just to see it. You don't even have to see a play. Just
That's like
to
Derrick
see
Henry,
him on
too.
the field. Yeah.
Derrick Henry in high school.
Oh, yeah.
He's running.
But
and these
Dockett
children-
looks like Dockett in high school too, though. It looks
Yeah,
like Dockett
he's got
as a
the-
pro is playing against high school kids.
So that's what I'm talking about when we know, when we know, this guy, hey, he's going to be in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and set him up for success to go to the NFL.
Right.
No, he's got to take 4 foreign languages. It's like he doesn't actually. He just needs to know what a nickel defense is, a dime defense is, has to be able to read, obviously. Let's make sure he has his life figured out, can do taxes, money management.
What?
This guy's probably, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. What?
Awesome era. What a great era of high school football.
Good cowboy collar on, too, as if he needed it.
Old jersey.
Hey, are you guys aware?
What's it like? Yeah, it's freakish, dude.
Tried hard.
It's tough. I hate my life this week. That's Joe Hadley trying to play against that guy. Jeez Louise.
How scary would that be?
Awesome.
Are you aware Vita Vea was a high school running back?
Oh my
I
god!
think Haloti
Is he in
United,
Hawaii?
too.
I think so.
Yeah,
right?
Halodi's a stud athlete.
Yeah, Haloti was.
Shout out to the Ooses, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
Hey,
got it.
Oos. Appreciate you guys.
This cock
It's a great island. Happy they're on our side.
Yeah, love the Ooses.
Love the Ooses, bro. When shit pops off, at some point,
Yep.
it's going to be the Ooses that are flying around, and we're like, thank fucking God they're on our side. Every time I meet another Oos, I'm like, you guys are all awesome? Is that just how this...
I mean, look at this.
Pretty much.
That's Vita Vea?
That's Vita
Yeah.
Vea.
What? He's still the same size he is right now. Look at him. That was like a 4.40 too. And he, what?
Have fun tackling
Get off
him.
me.
What if you're the first? What if you're the safety and you're coming down the box and he has like a 5-way go on you with a 20-yard head start?
That little jump.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be me right there.
Unreal.
Dude, look at
shaking people.
Guys are taking poor angles by choice a lot of times on this guy.
Block.
Yeah, there are a lot of business decisions happening in high school.
Yeah.
Number
Oh,
11.
Come on, 11.
Number
Look at
11, for
11.
instance. Go back to the beginning of that play there. He does not choose to come downhill at all. He's going the
Gotta go
opposite
low.
direction immediately.
Just hope to be a speed bump.
Watch
That's all
11.
you can hope for.
At least dive.
Yeah, you got to fall. You got to at least fall. Oh, I tried my best. Number 2 wasn't even thinking about it. I got blocked.
Good block. He blocked me, coach.
Oh, no. Vita Vea picks.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no. He hawks him down.
Force a fumble here.
Are you kidding me right now?
Get the fuck over here.
Holy shit.
Was he the most highly recruited kid ever out of high school?
Where do you go?
Bro, what is he doing?
Washington, yeah.
He just jumping side
I bet he's an awesome basketball player too, I'm guessing.
Must be.
Hey, he talks shit too. There's for good reason.
Look at his feet.
Go
bro.
check my resume. Not only am I the most powerful guy, and I stopped the brotherly shove.
Yeah.
Literally, he's the only one, right?
Yep.
That's crazy.
They're like, there's only been one failure in the brotherly shove this year. It's against Vita Vea. They didn't even say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No. They said it's against Vita Vea. One of the greatest athletes of all time. We need to give him a little bit more respect. And one of the greatest shit talkers of all time, too, right?
He's awesome. He runs his mouth, and he lets everybody know.
Love it.
You're not moving me.
I love it.
Yeah.
We need more Vita Vea.
Yes, we do.
All right, AJ, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get back tomorrow. You know, we got week 11. I got Hockey is Awesome segment tomorrow. We've been accruing.
There's some great clips. There's some great clips around.
I'm about to go bananas tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Bonkers. Sidney Crosby, fresh off a hat trick. Might have to show one of his goals. How about Connor Bedard? Has he lived up to the hype? Yeah. Fights, goalie fights.
What?
We got a great Hockey is Awesome tomorrow. Also, we have a game chit chat, a good one in the AFC North. And then will John Harbaugh go from coaching the Ravens on Thursday at home against the Bengals to coaching the Michigan Wolverines on Saturday? Nobody has alluded to that at all except for us. It would be fucking sweet if that took place. Both these teams need one tomorrow night. Both these teams trying to bounce back and build upon what they were starting to do until they had this loss this past week. It should be a good one on Thursday night. I'm excited about it. AJ, your cornea is going to be back closer and better than ever.
Oh yeah, we're getting a little bit better every single day. Can't wait.
AQ, thank you, buddy.
Hey, baby, AQ.
Shit, AQ.
Let's go. That was awesome.
Darius, great work this week, pal.
Good work, G-Bud.
Yeah.
Boys in the back, really good day today on this Wednesday.
Good job, boys.
Good work, boys.
You guys, an incredible job here, boys.
Thank you,
You too, Pat.
The pat on the back. Tony just gave you a pat on the back. Ty returned the favor. AQ's patting people on the back. Tone Diggs' back might crack, by the way. You see how small this guy's getting?
Oh, yeah, he looks great.
Hey, Tone's getting into like high school shape right now. He's looking good, don't you think? Look at that jawline.
Look good. He got a glow in his eye. Looks
Give a smile for everybody.
great. Yeah, come on, Tone.
Good smile.
Tone, you've been starting wars with people, too. I do appreciate that.
I was very nice to the Browns.
Not really. You kind of talk shit on Lions, too?
Yeah.
Lions.
What the hell is that about?
Well,
franchise.
I only like to fight one front at a time. Okay.
Today you.
I'm not
literally-
built for multiple
three or
multiple
four.
front war. Well,
You were like, let me get the full armada here.
Yeah.
You know, let me go ahead and light these people up a little bit from the past.
they're not going to cut. They know.
Who, the brand new Lions?
The Browns fans, the Jets fans, they know.
Yeah, but one of those teams is not like the other right now.
True. Just give it time.
And we're not
That's what
annoyed
we're
yet,
saying.
Tony. Come on.
Well, I don't know. You pipe up every time there's a Lions highlight. So
What do you expect? That's my team.
They reversed their curse, too, right?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Peyton
whiskey.
Manning and
Good mana.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels went in there and smoked weed and drank moonshine.
that's
Yeah.
a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame because
It's on Peyton's places. You see
word
it.
in the street is MCDC's going to Texas A&M. So
Wow.
A lot of people pushing that little narrative. You guys better win it this year because he might just
right.
take $150 million guaranteed to go coach at Texas A&M, the place you went to school at.
MCDC ain't going anywhere. We all know that.
I
Ben
don't
Johnson,
know.
on the other hand, Ben Johnson's gone.
I don't know if he's going to Texas A&M. Could you imagine Ben Johnson goes to Texas A&M?
Oh,
That'd be sweet.
Dan Campbell's
great
killing
down there, man. You should take it.
How about J.J. Watt saying, how about them showing the check that is going to fire Jimbo Fisher at halftime of the game? I did not know that was the case. That is fantastic. That's awesome.
Crazy.
Big check, too.
$76.8 million. He's getting paid until what, 2027 or 2028 or something like that.
And he could double dip. He could take another gig too and get paid from both.
Yep,
Correct.
no offset.
No, it offsets.
No, it doesn't.
This doesn't. No offset.
Does not affect
Jimmy
future
Sexton.
earnings.
Jimmy Sexton is
No.
a
What?
fucking dog, dude. He's a dog. Jimmy,
he gets it.
Jimmy Sexton is a beast. That's what you need.
Yeah.
If we ever get into college football coaching,
That's
we're
the
going
guy.
to figure out how to get into Jimmy Sexton's roster. That is what we're going to do. The guy's got it on lock.
Yeah.
It's not even a...
That's insane.
No questions asked.
And if we're getting back in the NFL like JJ, Mulligetta.
Yep. That's right.
I need $230 million guaranteed.
Yes.
I'm not going to play any games. Sweet. Give me $230 million.
Now.
Mulligetta can make that happen. That's what can happen.
Perfect.
So we appreciate that. And then for TV, you're calling David Coonan.
Yep.
That's who you're calling.
40 under 40.
And ends with David Coonan.
40 under 40. 2 years in a row.
Big deal.
Bingo.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We'll see you all tomorrow. You're the greatest people on earth for allowing us to do this for a living. We understand how absurd it is. We got Cody Schrader tomorrow, the Missouri Tigers running back. Great story. He's going off. We also have Nick Saban tomorrow. I think we have a couple others as well. That should be an entire... it should be an entire show of laughs tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Good times. Tristan Wirf's on the show tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Let's go.
He got the ball this past weekend.
Yes, he did.
He gave this one afterwards. He said, why don't we feed the big dog out of Iowa down there in Tampa a little bit more? Tomorrow should be a huge show. He'll be out of sunglasses, we assume, and we can't thank you enough. Be your friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Goodbye.